Yeah. Okay. Uh, then I guess we can get started. As the team moves forwards into the next stage of events, after inquiring a little bit about what is to happen in the future from Oppo's sister, you weren't exactly given the best information. You were given something, and if you remember that, that's entirely up to you. However, she more or less said that the plan that she had enacted has already come to fruition. Her deal is done. You just don't fully know what that deal is. However, heavily weakened and potentially having your allies die, you gave in to the enemy, making sure that at the very least you all survive. Nikolai rushed out after everyone had already gone unconscious and have already given in, and made one final strike, but unfortunately it was not fast enough to potentially kill the demonic beast known as Ophelia. With no real strategy against this and not really understanding the entire ordeal, the team went unconscious, returning back to this estate that Ada is oh too familiar with. After discerning what is happening, Ophelia came back with a now heightened undead. Well, you don't know who they are in game, but you might have suspicions on who they are. The woman she resurrected, now a higher undead. She told you try not to escape. We've taken anything that we saw that was potentially dangerous, weaponry and things of that notion. And you're all strapped with anti-magic wristbands that are currently I'm just making sure who is currently in the team. Unremovable unless you figure out a way how to. Before that, Oppo had decided on if there's anyone in town that could potentially help out. Ada did mention her brother, but a little worried since he hasn't tried to contact her. Best chance you've had, you sent a mechanical construction along the way to find them. All the while, you had a good long rest, and for the most of it, Nikolai did keep himself isolated for a while. Now, after a good long rest, considering your new strengths, your new weaknesses, and developing a different kind of skill set for the last battle you had, making sure that at least you have new tricks in order if you need to face them again, you wind up back here in the morning. Unless one of you at night tried to break away. Uh, I will allow either an Arcana check or a Blacksmith check. You can tell that there's a two-pronged process. First of all, the metal itself is attached to you by mechanical devices, which is just a locking system that keeps it in place. However, there is an aura around it that is also keeping it there. It's not like so strong it can't be broken, but it's strong enough that if you're not able to cast magic, it wouldn't be able to be broken. A simple dispel would likely just get rid of it. Okay. Returning back in the morning after everyone has rested, Whisper does state to Opal, but also to the main group. Okay, it's been a few hours. They did state that some people were going to come by to interrogate and ask us questions. Looks towards Opal. Do you know when your mechanical construction will come by? It already depends if Ada's brother messaged immediately, or I guess not immediately since it hasn't returned yet, or just kept the bird. But the message should have been delivered at this point. So all we can really do is wait. That's great. And looks towards everyone else. So what's the whole plan on the talking part? Fair enough. Whispered looks towards you and nods. Go ahead. Fair. She does look towards Ada. I highly doubt your parents are going to be involved. Is there anything about your parents you can tell us? Other way around. Your mother is a wizard and your father's a sorcerer. Okay.
I'm using them.
I know. I was even silent for a while. Thought you were dead. You were dead for a second.
I've been plotting. I've been thinking about what we can do, but I've had focus on my mind and how I can use some things. But we're gonna need a lot, and we're gonna need to say things more discreetly if we're going to figure out what we're gonna do next. So I think being open about our next moves are gonna have to be said in secret.
That's kind of impossible if we have, let's see, 4 guards around us.
And then he would just say to you in your mind, "It's not impossible. You can still hear me."
Ada's just gonna look at Nikolai, surprised and confused. She's not good. Can she reply back?
No.
No, not mentally,
Okay.
but you
No.
can reply back verbally.
Okay. Is gonna do a slight nod as she gets up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what now?
So, I guess Nikolai would probably look around, and I would say to whisper in her mind and look at her and say, whisper, this is Nikolai. Do you know what these manacles are and how to get out of them? I'm trying to discuss with everybody and how we can plot our escape.
From what I know of what they are.
Wait, can she respond? I guess, do I need to get closer so she can respond to me?
No, she's just
I was-
responding to you.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's doing it in a whispered tone.
Oh, okay.
She's not like yelling it out.
I could definitely. I'll move this way so that, and then yeah.
Yeah, I would think that we'd be kind of gathered together.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to seem, because the knights, they seem like they would try to like, hey, what's that chatter? We're trying, yeah.
I mean, they haven't
don't
so
know.
far. Since you've
Okay.
been chattering, they've just been keeping an eye on things and you, not really interacting. But
Gotcha.
Whisper in a hushed tone does say towards you. From what I remember, what these things are, they're high-end noble things that, well, nobles and a lot of torturers use to keep people from using their magic. I know there's a low-end spell that's incorporated with them that a simple dispel can disperse. And afterwards, or before, the mechanisms can be broken with a DC check 14 thieves tools, but I don't have my tools with me.
Well.
I think I have my tools.
If I rummage through my bag, can I see if I can get something out of my bag?
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Okay. 14.
Okay. You used Dust's body to like fidget something out of your bag of holding. What are you trying to grab?
I grabbed the lapel pin that I have for some reason,
Okay.
and I give it to Whisper. Can you use this?
I can make it as a makeshift tool, but want to have one go at this with this kind of thing.
Okay.
If it breaks, it breaks. Okay. Whisper has a +8 to her.
Does she
sleight of
use? Can she
hand.
use it on it while it's magic, or do we have to dispel it first?
You need to break both, but you can do which one first. Whichever
Whisper.
one first.
Who do we want? Here, wait a second. You should see if you can do that. I'll talk to her in her mind. You should see if you can unlock Opal's first, because she might be able to dispel hers.
She just looks at you.
Opal doesn't need them.
What do you mean?
They don't affect her.
Oh, well, like, you're saying like she can just cast magic without? Okay. Well, maybe not.
She doesn't have magic.
Well, I said that in my mind, but whatever. Regardless.
You get
Okay.
this
Go on.
description in Whisper's face. Look at you like, okay,
Never mind. Just do what you were doing.
sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have her choose someone random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, excluding herself.
So we're all manacled, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We put locks. Me and Ada put locks on our token.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I
Uh,
was just like, I'm not seeing any
Is-
other locks. So.
I'm guessing bend luck is magic, right?
Bend luck, I think, is just this kind of skill thing you can use, like lucky.
Okay, well, if that was that's her lock picking roll, I'm gonna just do it because I saw her doing something. So
Okay. With a makeshift tool, it would be a little bit harder, but not impossible. So that is actually a good thing to build up. She is able to unlock it, and soon enough, she is able to unlock Grok's manacles.
okay.
Released without anyone
Did
seeing
anybody
it.
notice?
No,
Okay,
not yet.
cool.
I already rolled their perception checks. Anyways, removing Grok's manacles in a way where it is unlocked, but not removed. Grok has some magic, but let's see if he has something that can do it. Identify, detect. Yes, counter, but not the spell.
Same as me. Yeah.
But his manacles are removed and does look removed in a way that's unlocked.
Okay.
He does state, all right, they do seem to be off, just not fully removed. So that's good. With that being the case, though, once they're removed, they're likely going to notice I have them off.
Well, I don't want to. Yes.
Whisper does state, I could potentially do it to one more person, but at that point, I run the risk of having the enemy have advantage on a perception check because I did something twice. Out of game, that's the logic. In game,
Yeah.
it's more like I run the risk of having them see it.
Best. What is? Do you have any ideas so far? I'm just processing what's going on.
Let's kind of hide the fact that we've unlocked them. And
Do you want-
Grok.
Do you want me to let me go. I'm gonna go talk to Opal for a second. Opal,
Yeah.
could you do something? Like trying to whisper like really close to her. Could you cast Dispel Magic on Grok's manacles while I give a distraction?
Maybe. The only problem is I'm not sure how well it'll affect it. I do. She like shows you her hands, and her hands are manacled. I mean, they put them on me, but more for a symbolic thing. It's not like they work or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, like you have a way to get rid of magic, right? Without
Yeah, I just
using
don't know how that'll affect this.
the manacles.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen?
What I normally do to break a magical thing is mess with its magical circuitry. Think of it like your skin regrowing and things like that when you get hurt. I basically cut off the type of energy that helps it flow and heal itself. Kind of the same thing with magic. If that happens with this manacles on, I'm not sure if it'll 100% work. Because it's already affecting magic in a way. I can try it. I just can't guarantee a 100%
Yes.
chance.
That's okay. I'm willing to get beat up for a chance because I don't know, whatever. I will call it as a distraction while
Alright.
you try.
All right.
And then I'm gonna sit over in that corner and kind of like after we talk, I would give her a second, like maybe like after we talked, like not immediately do it because that would be suspicious.
Yeah.
But like just kind of like stand there a quarter and then like I would start to look at this guy and then just kind of stare at him for a little bit. and see if he's like noticing me or not, or if he's like doing anything.
He is noticing you like the rest of the guards, but they're not like actively staring directly at you. He has you in the line of sight along with Dusk, Whisper, and probably Grok.
Excuse me?
He's not saying anything to you.
I need to use the bathroom.
Doesn't say anything.
Hello? Like, can I touch him in the armor?
Do you?
I like put my hands up, like I don't know if my hands bound together, like they can't, like I have to put like two hands next to it, or like both my hands next to it, like so I can't raise one, I have to raise both at the same time.
Yeah, I guess.
So I raise my hand and I'm kind of like just gonna raise it and like kind of like look like tap on his like his breastplate or something. Yeah.
Okay. You do so, tapping on his breastplate, and he does go for his swords. The other 3 guards in the
And
room do
as
all
I
look
do that,
directly towards you.
he goes for his sword, I'm going to try to shove him mentally.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly give Opal a chance to break Grok's things, and I do believe that requires a strength save.
Yes.
What's your spell
DC
save?
17 now.
Okay, these guys are pretty strong, but not impossible. They do have a +6 to their strength saves, which is honestly average at this level. Does fail, but I'm gonna have Opal try to break this magical circuitry before anything bad happens. +10, because this is honestly what she does. Yeah, you know.
Very nice.
Opal quickly maneuvers her equipment to break through Grok's magical circuit system that is preventing him from casting any magic. That is now gone and out. However, all the other 3 knights are looking at you as the knight you're looking at is pushed. What direction? It says towards you or away from you?
Away from me, yeah.
Okay. Immediately, all 3 knights directly look at you, Nikolai. And this knight does, I think you just push, not prone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks at you as well and draws his blade. And he finally says something towards you. I do suggest you get back in line.
I said I needed to go to the bathroom. It's just a simple question. Fine. And I just back up and then go back in my little spot that I was sitting in.
As you make a scene, the enemy does show up. And here I thought I wouldn't have a problem in the morning. And after getting some new help in town. So I take it you didn't sleep that well?
Chair's comfy though. It's not too bad.
Right. I do suggest next time you need to go to the bathroom, hold it. Now then, anyone else need to actually use the restroom? I can get a few guards here to have you go before we do the interrogation thing.
I'll just look in the corner and then I'll just look at Whisper and say like, does Grok need to go to the bathroom? I'll tell that to her into Whisper's mind.
She whispers something to Grok. Grok whispers something back, and Whisper, you don't know thieves can't. She like maneuvers her hands in a way that spell out the word no.
Okay.
Grok is not exactly the stealthiest person in the world. And then she looks towards you, Nikolai. So, bathroom?
Looks like we're not going to the bathroom. Nobody needs to.
Then why all the fuss?
Well, I needed to but apparently you won't let me.
Roll deception.
Yeah, that's blatantly, yeah. Deception?
Yes.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta turn off my advantage.
It's fine. I didn't say disadvantage or advantage, but 20's fine.
Yeah, I usually just keep it off on regulars.
Yeah, it makes sense. She does look towards you, and she is giving you a glowered look, but not as if she doesn't believe you, more as if, then why all the commotion, why all the fuss? It's possible she believes you, but at the exact same time, she's keeping an eye on you. More or less, potentially, in case you cause another scene.
Oh, yeah, just pay attention. Yeah, I'm the one that's gonna cause all the scenes. It's like I have before. I think it'd be wise to pay attention to me, actually.
Right. Well, Mr. Nikolai, I do suggest you stop it. I have been informed by my superiors about this group's dynamic. And I
You
would
care to elaborate?
And I would so hate for things to be more problematic than they should be. And you are more likely aware of who my superior is. If not, well, that's your own intelligence working against you now, isn't it? And in the distance, you do hear footsteps. Okay, good. They're arriving a little bit earlier than I thought. They're always so darn punctual. But this is the city that they've been given full rule over, so who am I to judge? My city superiors. You do hear footsteps, and Ada, you feel a familiarity with these footsteps. It is the same type of sensation of when you're a child and your parents walk in the room and you know you caused trouble or you accidentally did something. Maybe you broke a plate, maybe you didn't get exactly the grade you wanted or they wanted. It is that same stern aura effect known as fear.
Ada's just gonna look at Opal like, I can't believe I believed you. Just one of those kind of stares.
Yeah.
Can I say something to Ada in her mind real quick?
And if you wanna.
Ada, you are your own person now. Just because their parent, you're their child, doesn't mean they own you. You're your own person.
Ada's gonna respond to that. Just...
I mean, it was in her mind, so.
Yeah, and there's no way for her to respond anyways.
Very true.
Yeah.
As you look at the current people in front of you, Ada, you know who these are. To the right stands your mother. Not the tallest person in the world, but she stands as if towering over many. To the left is your father, tattooed to the nines, but currently in a good evening wear. Well, technically morning wear. But you know within that wardrobe are tattoos filled with magic and old, not-so-fond memories. Your mother does look towards the gaggle of people, and with her blue hair and already graying to the right side, looks towards Ophelia. I take it these are the people that my daughter has been gallivanting with. Yes, Ophelia then states. They have been colluding with the current government in the area, as well as assisting them. They likely will have greater information with them, but that is why I brought you. You are the current rule-all be-all in the city right now. After taking it over, after my assistance, and soon enough after the invasion force arrives soon enough. I've already called in for a few shades and shadows. Your mother then looks towards the team. Right. Well then, looks towards you, Ada. Now, while it is unfortunate that you are on a unpleasant team, it is good to see you again, dear. How have you been?
I could be better. Mother.
Yes, based off of the information your friend, who knows what they are now, told us, you were most certainly can be better. And your father does state, I can concur, based off of what your, well, now demonic former friend told us. You have been causing a bit of stir as of late, not only towards the people around you, but also merchantry and people that will be in greater power and standing very soon. I would hate it for our family to devolve into these barbaric notions again. We had it with your older brother not understanding or respecting us. We most certainly don't need it from one of our middle children. Is that clear? And Nikolai, yeah, you can roll insight on that.
I was rolling it on her mother because I was like, does she really mean that? Is she happy to see her, or is it? I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know. Or she like, is he really mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It seems like she's.
You just want to say it, they're lying.
Yeah, I can't even tell. Crap.
Oh my god.
It's hard to read these people. At the very least, the mother. You're not sure one way or the other. It's definitely something a parent is expected to say, especially in non-familiar company.
Oh yeah.
So you're not entirely sure if it's good or bad or something of that notion. But based off of the information you got from the father's end, it seems as if it was a stern welcome back.
Ada, I'm just gonna say this, Ada wouldn't respond.
Your father then looks towards the team, outside of you. Right, it's quite as always. It's too bad you didn't stay that way. Right then, the rest of you, have anything to say before we go into questioning? Right now, you're not in the best favoring light, but that can change. You all seem fine enough.
I'm gonna stare at Ada's father. Just stare at him. Like with like the malice intent of like just, I don't know who you are, but you don't seem like you have the right to be questioning me.
Roll a wisdom save.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
21.
was waiting for one of you to do it.
Holy cow, I rolled high on that.
You just barely saved, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
You feel as you look, trying to stare this man down face to face, that there is almost a looming presence of fear and darkness, almost as if you are immediately hit with some type of fear presence. However, your mind stays strong enough that you are able to meet gaze face to face. The longer you look at the man, the more likely it'll happen again, but right now you are standing tall.
Interesting.
But he is not focused on you. He is like, you're focused on him, which is why it happened. But
Yeah.
he is like looking over the rest of the people. And he does look towards the most of you, but he does like take a quick glance at you, noticing that you're looking at him. But he does state, right, nothing to say. And here I thought she picked up a few new people. Not the same old trash as before. Right. Well then, we are going to ask a few questions. Then the mother states, and hopefully you can respond in earnest. It doesn't have to be as painful as you want it to be. After all, it's so much simpler if you just listen the first time. Right. Thank you, dear. Right. First off, what brought you into the city before you going unconscious? And I should re-illustrate that. How did you arrive into the city without anyone knowing, going through the iron wall? And why did you go to the city? Does anyone respond within 10 seconds?
No, I don't.
I don't mean like in 10 physical seconds in the real world. I mean like in
No,
Yeah.
I mean I don't
In-game.
respond. Nikolai does not.
Okay.
I
Go ahead.
I don't either.
Okay.
Really.
I
I don't either.
I want everyone to go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Ah, great. Okay.
6.
Not the best.
If I get a 1, I won't be
16.
smart. 9. Okay. Fair. Fair.
Okay, and NPCs also rolled as well. Median is 15, but I'll let anyone pass. But unfortunately, enough of you failed that they can derive something out of this. Looking towards all of you, the mother does cast something. Like, she's not verbally saying it, she's just looking at you. If you had to guess, they are a high-level mage. They are, like, using their hands to cast it, but that's the only way you know that they are casting something. Immediately, you feel something, like, burying its consciousness into your mind, deriving information. And I'm going to say the lowest one failed. That they get this information from. Nikolai, you feel someone dive into your mind, rip up the memories of going to the High Cleric, having them teleport you here, and the reason behind that.
Can I react to that?
In what way?
Slamming my head against the chair.
The spell has already succeeded.
Oh, okay. So I can't okay. So she just gets information.
Yeah, you could potentially do that, like to break potentially concentration on that spell, so she's not continuously getting information.
Yeah, I don't want her to go more than is necessary, so...
Okay. But she knows about the High Cleric, she knows about the city, and why you went there to begin with, to
Sure.
stop Ophelia and the whole undead army.
And I would just kind of say, after she started doing that, I'd slam my head against the chair and say, "Get out of my head."
Okay,
And
go
then,
ahead
yeah.
and roll another intelligence save. I'll give you advantage on this.
Do I take damage?
Yeah, you do. Just 1d6.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Bludgeoning.
Intelligence 11.
You smash in, but the spell still holds strong. But it's not gathering more information. It's just getting the bare bones what is needed for right now. If you had to guess, these kind of people, whoever these people are, Aiden knows more about them, get in, gather what they need, and then basically get out because they don't want to associate with people they consider their lessers. No offense, Nikolai.
Well, it's definitely they're definitely offending.
Yes, for sure. I mean, out of game. No offense. Looking at her husband, she does state these facts, and the husband does state. So the king is aware of the situation, so much so that the High Cleric has assisted you. Very well then, based off of what Ophelia has already stated, that does make sense. Right then, second thing. What exactly is your next target? What are you after failing this next thing? What is your next destination? And for what reason?
Out of game. We were just going to go to John Fun next, weren't we?
Was that?
No.
What? Or we were going back to the capital. I don't remember.
No. There was talk of actually coming here
Mm-hmm.
to deal with your situation. There was also dealing with my patron.
Right.
Yeah. There is a potential way of having you give them the wrong information. It's just the first one. Enough people failed that I wasn't going to give you this option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, in the 10 seconds of him asking this question of what's your next target and why, do any of you respond in the first 10 seconds?
Ada would respond. We weren't going to target anyone. We're going to come to Jonfa. I was going to visit both of you, at least the family.
Okay, that is not a lie, but you did respond before the whole 10 seconds is up. However, you are diverting the actual information they want. So go ahead and roll persuasion. And
Okay.
I'll give you disadvantage because you're going
Fair enough.
against your parents.
Yeah. I have a 1 in this.
Oh.
Oh, double 13.
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Man.
A DC debate was 15, so it wasn't impossible, but DC debate was 15. Both of your parents look at you, and your mother just looks disappointed. Your father sighs heavily and does stay. Right. Like how you always listened to us. I'm sure that is correct. And if one of you want to have a crack at the answer.
Oh, but we were gonna head here after we dealt with Ophelia. We were gonna come here and talk with you, try to set things straight, and then we were probably going to move on to meet with an associate of mine that is currently not on this plane.
And you weren't at all going to try to mess with any further plans of ours, were you?
We don't know what your plans are. How could we know we're messing with them?
That is a lie.
We know what their plans are?
You know there are
Wait.
steps, and you know the steps.
Wait.
So
The
I'm
last step that they
confused.
have in order and set up is the leader.
weren't
Can
going to-
can I get a playback here? Because I'm a little bit
We
confused.
re-loop back in time. Yeah.
So, like, he's kind of speaking the truth. Like, we didn't know that they had done this, that they had thrown their lots in with Glacia, and so
Wait.
he's like, we didn't know what your training
How
is.
did
Meaning,
Nikolai
Yeah.
know? Like,
How
I
did-
don't remember
Like-
Nikolai know anything that they were plotting. I'm confused.
You were
Like,
all given information based off of what the Echo has told you, the one underground that you've all met. And one of them was the leader. The one to potentially lead the armies or lead the masses outside of Glacia herself. Based off of what Ada's mother and father are now associated with them, that is also enveloped underneath their plan. They're asking if you
Wait.
intend to continue messing with their plan.
but they're not.
So we weren't going
Ah.
to mess up with their plan at the moment.
Yeah, but he's
That works.
asking, and you have no intention of messing with further development of our plan.
Because
Certainly, certainly we have no.
Nikolai's head hurts right now.
You can just not answer,
Your head
Nikolai.
hurts.
That's fine.
He's not gonna. I'm confused as a player right now. So yeah, I
Okay.
have no idea. I'm not gonna
Just,
say anything.
just rearrange your words.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best way I can explain it is Glacia visited your mom and dad, by the way, based off of the
Yeah. I
information you've just been given a little bit a while ago that you can infer on the information. She likely already told them what's going on, what's happening, and to look out for you, which is why Ophelia was like interested in you taking the deal and coming here.
So, Nicola is gonna like audibly like gasp for a second, like wait, and then you'll like talk like say to Ada in her mind, your parents are evil. That's a question mark.
Ada's just gonna ignore Nikolai, just trying not to yell at him.
Ada, go ahead and roll. What's higher for you, deception or persuasion?
Let me check. All of them are saved, so they're both +1.
Okay. Whichever one you feel, go ahead and roll it with advantage to not reflexively like act upon Nikolai.
Oh my god!
Oh.
No.
Come on! And that one! I'm sorry.
I mean, it's advantage. It's not a natural one, but it is a 13.
Oh, okay.
This was a check to see if Ophelia or your mom and dad noticed Nikolai looking towards you, and you give him a weird look, and them noticing that something has happened.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
They've rolled very well outside of even their modifiers. They don't say anything though. You take note of that, but Ada yourself, like, you're actively aware that they know something is happening. You just don't know how you can tell Nikolai without them finding out.
Just answer. At the moment, we weren't going to do anything and to revisit John Pro.
Okay. Dusk, because you're the one that acted after Ada failed, go ahead and roll with advantage thanks to Ada backing you up.
Wait,
What am I
oh,
rolling?
this
Wait,
boy,
Nikolai or Dust?
he's rolling persuasion.
Dust.
Come on, nat
Or
20.
Am I rolling
Deception.
persuasion?
Either one.
Deception. I mean, it doesn't matter.
deception.
Oh no.
That's
Deception
still
or
pretty good.
persuasion. Based off of what you said, you could have, or you could potentially like not bother with them and do whatever you intend to do. Or if you're intending to, stop their further advancement of their plan, it'd be deception.
This boy's gonna get like a freaking 30.
I'll leave it up to you.
Come on, get a nat 20, please.
Wait, you can get a 30, right?
If it's a +10 in deception, then probably.
If I get a 17 or higher on a persuasion.
Oh, that's persuasion. Your persuasion.
Wait, persuasion? I thought it was deception. Okay.
Persuasion or
No, my
deception.
deception's-
I'm
He can
allowing
pick.
Dust to
Okay.
He
choose.
can pick. Just pick the higher one.
Oh, God.
Okay. I want to say persuasion, that's because it's the higher. The truth be told,
It's
Oh,
Like-
you-
if
no,
wait, no. I'm
I mean-
saying, truth be told, we would be dealing with the situation. Like, we would just kind of free ourselves and then free. So it'd most likely be deception.
Okay.
So,
You still had advantage.
yeah.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Nice.
27!
That's nice.
Oh,
That's nice.
I have a +9, so.
Yeah. They have and are actively aware that you can lie to them, as Ada has already lied to them. The DC did get bigger, but not as big as 28. So they may or may not believe you, but they don't encroach with magic to discern anything further. The father then states, "Fair enough. People are of self-interest most of the time. I can see that being true. Right then. Third question. Do you ever intend to cause harm or alter the plan of Glacia? Effectively trying to save..." Looks towards Ada. your former schoolmate.
Ada's gonna bite back her tongue. do,
Well,
I,
Nikolai, I'm
do I
trying to
need
look at
roll for
Ada.
that?
Does anyone answer within in-game time 10 seconds?
Nikolai is gonna like. Man,
Okay, somebody has to
Ada,
answer.
if you won't answer this, I'm gonna answer for you.
Are you saying this out of game?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying this in
Ada,
game. Sorry, I'm saying
You're
this
saying
in
this
game.
in game. You're doing
Yeah.
the telekinesis thing against.
No.
Or-
I was saying that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ada would just nod towards Nikolai.
Are you gonna say it or no?
She's gonna shake her head.
We intend to do what is right. And that, by all means, probably entails of getting rid of Galacia.
Self-righteous individuals, aren't they? He says towards his wife, and the wife also nods in agreement. Takes all kinds to shape the world. But these ones are always so annoying. That's why you have to beat them out of
I
them
concur.
before they get uppity with themselves.
Aren't you describing yourselves?
Ada would just look at her mother and with.
Both Nikolai.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say both Nikolai and Dust say these things. I concur. Are you talking about yourselves? They are not even paying attention to you.
I'm just gonna look at her mother. Would you, if it were a chance, would you rather have me possessed like Glacia?
Your mother does state, sweetheart, so long as you advance the family, there are always sacrifices that must be made.
Even
Ada.
losing your own daughter.
Oh, you would still be there, sweetie. You should be stronger, better. It's too bad that thing had to be possessed, but she can still be used.
I don't know how she's holding her concentration on my brain right now because inside Nikolai wants to strangle this woman.
Yes. Out of game, I always hate playing these kind of people, but anyways.
It's
I gave this in.
it's like you're playing Corella and you're like, oh, all this on me.
Yeah. Anyways, she says something horrific, but in her own mindset, she believes herself correct. I don't. Out of game.
Can I think about strangling her?
You can.
Okay, cool.
But much the
For
same,
Nikolai-
she don't
For
care.
Nikolai's own sake, Ada would not allow Nikolai to strangle her mother.
She does look towards the husband. She does look towards the husband. The husband looks towards you. Right. You didn't lie or, try to deceive in any which way. You just told the truth. Just don't roll a 1, and they'll probably believe you. I'll give you deception or persuasion, but honestly, just persuasion.
Wait, to who?
Nikolai.
You. Oh,
Yeah.
me?
What?
I thought it was you.
You responded.
I thought.
Okay. Normal?
I'll give you advantage.
Oh, well, that's generous. You said performance or persuasion? Oh, persuasion. Sorry.
It's all good. You just needed to not roll a 1.
Okay.
These people understand righteous beings, but in their mind, self-righteous beings that do things for only themselves, not thinking about others. In this case, it'd be them. Ultimately, potentially ruining their advancement in life and society, which is why they're doing this. When Ada mentioned, and you prefer me having be demonically possessed, her mother went with the quip saying, as long as it advanced the family, as long as it produced the future for us all, then it'd be a small sacrifice to pay. It's just too bad that I don't like the sentence, but she said it. That thing got possessed, but she can still be used. She can still be useful. In their own minds, they would easily believe this since, you've already tried to stop their plans and their advancement. It's not as if they don't. It's just they see you as lesser beings, which is not the best thing
Ada,
in the world.
I'm going to say this out loud now. Ada, how can you compare yourself to them when they're your parents and they just look down to your friend that you've had for their best friend as an it? How can you consider them your equals or even your parents?
Ada would just look away from Nikolai. She's disappointed in herself, but she didn't really have a choice.
Your mother does cast a spell around Nikolai. It's not like a powerful spell that'll end his life. It's just a silent spell.
Silence?
I can't cast. I can't do anything against it, right?
No, unfortunately, not while you're wearing the manacles.
Okay.
But it's just a silent spell. A very rude thing that she does to her children when they were growing up.
Oh, she cast a silent spell on me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Riff Raff always like to talk so much. Very well then.
I can still hear her, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
She does state, very well then, sweetheart. The final question. The final question. Now then, I am assuming all of you have needs, desires, wants of your future. Perhaps, and she actively says this to your annoyance because your greatest enemy was such a close friend, so they know what'll hit you hard. You all have wants and desires, and I'm sure you want, perhaps, looks towards Nikolai, a life, something beyond yourself, something pleasant. Looks towards Dust. Your sibling back, someone that was lost for so many years, and it's so close to your reach. Looks towards Whisper. Perhaps an actual life rather than one lived in shadow. Looks towards Grok. Looks towards Opal. She doesn't know much about Grok. Looks towards Opal. Perhaps an actual place in life rather than just being sidelined all the time. And I'm gonna roll to see if they know Vol. They don't know Vol. At that point in time when things flipped, I guess she didn't fully pay attention that Vol would be getting there. So, thankfully enough, they don't know the princess is there. Looks towards Fauna. Perhaps an actual understanding in society. A place in life where you can actually grow rather than be just stagnant in all your things. And then, looks towards Ada, and as a warm thing mothers often do, cup the cheek of their child to help them deal with their emotions. But this is a manipulative thing that she's currently doing. And perhaps having a place in life, making sure that happiness comes forwards, and bringing a smile back to that face. She does let go and addresses the team. Now then, she does this spell, the silent spell around Nikolai. I will ask you this one time. Do you, or rather would you, join our side? You can have a day to negotiate between each other, but in the end, if you do not, as I mentioned with my daughter, sacrifices can be made. Do any of you respond within in-game time 10 seconds?
No. Ada would respond. At least not yet.
Nikolai's gonna look up at her and be like, "We'll decide."
I heard we'll decide and nothing else.
Yep, that was it.
Okay.
I didn't. I mean, well, we will. I mean, if we say yes, do you see us as equals?
If you say yes, then there is no need to kill you. Equals. Don't be absurd.
Not answering the question, but as the third authority of your daughter, I'm asking if I could at least have these cuffs taken off of me. You know I won't do anything.
Roll persuasion advantage because for the longest time until you disappeared, you have been a dutiful daughter.
That's a 19. The one time my persuasions worked. What?
Wait, what? You
I
rolled
got
what?
a 19.
You got a. I didn't even see it come up yet.
19. It's in there. At least it is for me. Is it?
It didn't come up yet.
I'll believe you. It's 19,
cool.
but Nikolai is bending luck.
I was about to push it as soon as because I was like, ah. Where's this 19 at? I want to see it.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I realized my connected server was sucky. Hang on, I'm reloading it.
It's
maybe
fine.
it'll show up, or maybe I'll have to reload again.
It's likely
no,
not
just-
your end. It's roll 20s end. Sometimes it just buffers for a while.
Yep.
If
Just waiting for it to load in.
if you load it, it might just like delete the 19.
Yeah, most likely.
That's no.
Yeah, I mean,
Why would you do this?
Again, like I said, I'll believe you. But
Okay.
Nikolai, are you not casting,
Yes.
but are you bending luck? Okay.
I got a 4.
In addition to the 19, DC debate was 20, so yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Looking towards Ada and looking towards the team, your father does look towards you, and you see one of the tattoos near where his eyebrow ridge is, lights and the dispel spell was cast. Dispelling the manacles, and then your mother uses one of her many keys, removes it. I suppose we can offer you this much. And besides, you can always prove your worth in the end. Don't let us down another time, dear. Then she looks towards her father. Now then, I do believe a few guards need to come in to speak with us for a bit. And then they are not paying attention to you anymore, Ada, or the rest of the gang. They are like conversing small talk with each other and then just leave as if you all no longer exist in their eyes.
Totally. Yep. Great. Love your parents. Love your parents, Ada. They're great.
What is
Seem
wrong with
awesome.
you?
What's wrong with you?
Could have just shut up.
Ophelia looks towards you both.
They look at you like you're an object to them. You need parents that treat you like a daughter and not an object.
I'm trying not to offend you, I know.
I'm pretty sure they
Why
even
would
treat
you-
our dear Ophelia here the same way.
She just looks towards you. Either way, in the end, it is their city to do with what they will. Just helping them along while the rest of the army converges within the city walls. Afterwards, Mist will bombard their soldiers to the east, causing many of theirs to go in the wrong direction. I'm only biding time. No offense. Looks towards Dust. Don't really care what you have to say. My parents are far worse than theirs. And looks towards Ada. But I can sympathize with you. In a way. Now then, other than your little outburst here, you will have roughly a day to consider their proposal. I, for one, would have just killed you, but was given orders beforehand that if I could take you without having to kill you, I should, and give you this option. Glacia didn't want potential tools to be broken. Any questions before I get more guards in here to keep an eye on you, and then looks towards Nikolai, and help you go to the bathroom?
Ada looks at Ophelia.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. You go first.
No, she was just talking about going to the bathroom, and I think I actually needed to go now.
You can hold it.
I cough and take your hair, bitch.
She just ignores you.
Yeah.
Not like she has been called that before. She looks towards the team.
Is there a way to contact Glacia?
There is, if you decide to join the team. There isn't, if you die in... Looks at the clock that is not actually there. If you die in about 25 hours. Unless you decided already to join the winning side. It's not all bad. After all, she does have a great plan.
Life
to move
insurance
things
plan?
forwards. Oh, I'm sure that as well. It is very hard to kill a devil.
You have to have the right tools. I mean, you never know. I mean, you might need like a... if you go against a vampire, you need like a snake. But if you go against a devil... Actually, we fought against one already. Weird.
Looks at you, hears all that, then ignores you afterwards. Right. Well, think about it. I'm gonna have her roll a wisdom check. Because she is an evil person and they love to monologue. That's a 4.
Oh.
She does state, well, think about it. Glacian, in her ability, will be taking over this kingdom and then spread out further beyond into mist, then to dust, then to Aquas to the west, then to frost to the north. Soon enough, she will conquer this continent all her own, and the people here will worship her as a god. And she will ascend. She only needs one kingdom to take over to do that, but to make herself a greater deity, she will need them all. And you can be a part of this, or you can die. Mist has already decided to help along in this. My father has so graciously decided to help. So we provided the army. And once this city meets with the city that's already been taken, it will be a strong enough stronghold that the Kingdom of Isle will need to send their army to defend the area. And by then, Glacia's actual plan can take root. After all, they'll be distracted with a war. And what greater distraction than a war? And the screams can come into fruition, and the echoes will finally die out.
Okay, are you done?
I suppose so. There was a little bit more, but I'd hate to have my welcome be unwelcome. She begins to walk away.
Abigail, sorry, don't.
What's that?
Sorry, out of game. Sorry about that.
It's funnier this way.
It's great. Wait, never be sorry. Don't be sorry unless you're like, okay, that crossed the line. But no.
No, you're good. It fits the character.
Yeah, it's great.
But more guards are
They
sent.
just increase the guards.
Yeah, she did say she would. Also to help people go to the bathroom.
Except Nikolai.
No, she was just being mean there.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Above game. I seriously thought that when he like, oh, you can't use the restroom? Okay, whips it out and starts peeing on the books.
I also thought that was gonna happen.
I was just like, oh, come on.
actually, can Nikolai do that now?
You just
I would start peeing over here.
no. Oh my god.
A few people try to stop you because you have to sleep in there for a day. Eventually, they do get you to go to the actual restroom. Some of you also go as well, one by one, and eventually you're all brought back. And like, some maid quickly scrubs up the area that Nikolai messed up a little bit, not permanently, but a little bit. And then she leaves as well.
Yes.
Opal then looks towards you. Okay, other than that, we survived. Thankfully enough, they didn't know who Vol was. Again, this is all in whispered, hushed tones, so like no guard can hear you.
Mhm.
I'll slide over here.
She does state. But the issue is now what and how to get out. Because that's kind of bad. More than likely, it'll take about a couple days for an entire massed army to get here. And it's already past a couple days. If I had to guess, we have 24 hours left. Hence the whole giving you 24 hours to decide kind of thing. And more than likely, our backup has already met this encroaching army, which means, well, unfortunately, the king is going to be aware of, this entire plan and be immediately distracted. I have no idea for what reason. Maybe they're after something, or maybe it's easier to, I don't know, murder the king while most of his guards are, fighting a war.
So, how are we supposed to... Okay, let's address the big thing in the room first. I know the big thing, as I'm whispering. The big thing in the room, yes, manacles. Important, yes. Second big thing, to look at Ada. And I, give her, that the hand gesture of, how do you... This is that I understand why you ran away.
I didn't run away. That's
You need. I'm gonna say that it was regardless. I think that your parents are horrible, and I don't know why you tolerate them. So.
you really could have just shut your mouth.
Oh yeah, that would have been well after she dug into my brain and decided to get all the information forcefully.
Well, that's because nobody said anything.
Well, you said not to. Okay, Ada. You have to realize that if they want information, they're gonna get it regardless. So if I stopped talking and nobody said anything, they would have tried to dig into my mind again. So I'd rather say something than them forcefully get information. Does that make sense? And yes, I think that we need to figure out how to get out of this, but I think you need to reassess how you deal with your parents, because right now, they're not the nice people. They are not the nice people. You need to understand that.
In the distance, Ada, you can hear some mumbling in the hallways. It's not clear enough that you hear the conversation. You just know that there's a conversation.
Even if I have the observant feet, I can't hear it. Oh wait, no,
You
that
can't-
doesn't work.
You
Yeah,
can't see
never
their
mind.
lips.
Right, makes sense.
Unless you're like in the hallway looking at them, I would say yes, but you're like hypersensitive enough that you can hear mumbling, but not so much that you can hear the words clearly. I'll give you a shot. Persuasion. Not persuasion, perception.
Perception. Okay. Shit, that's a 4. Did it come through this time? I'm assuming it did. Oh, there it is.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you tried. You know a conversation is happening. But Nikolai did say what he said.
It is gonna look away from Nikolai and look at the guards. Can I use the restroom again?
One of the guards does step out of line to.
Ada, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception.
I believe it's 18.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If your passive perception is 18, you should have a +8.
Oh. I don't think that was. So
Because if your perception is only a +4, you should have a +8 to your bonus.
Okay, yeah,
Is that right? Ragnar?
Yeah, I just am unsure on how to change
With
it.
the alert feat that she has, it adapts to her passive. I don't know if it adapts to her main thing, but we'll add it in there, just in case, because that does make sense. So with a +4 in addition to what you already have, that's a 10. It's still not enough, but we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
One of the guards does step out of line to, have you follow him to the bathroom so he can, keep an eye on you before you escape. He takes you to a bathroom that's isolated. There's no windows that you can break through. So once you go inside, I don't know, unless you can mold earth, there's really no way of escaping. So, he doesn't have to go in with you.
No.
Or she
so it's not
typically is a
the
mixture.
hallway where the conversation was.
Roll a d20. Above 10, it'll be that direction. Below 10, different hallway.
I never have any good rolls, so
Different hallway.
no, that's okay. It was worth a shot anyways. All right.
You go to the bathroom. You come back. The mumbling has stopped. More than likely, the people that were there dispersed, or dispersed enough that you don't hear it. Coming back to the bathroom, the person that was, keeping an eye on the door steps in back in line. Opal looks towards you. You good? They haven't fed us or given us anything to drink for a while, so...
It would just nod. She probably wouldn't have time to explain it with the guards around. So...
Okay. And while she's going up with... Okay, so a few things first. Thankfully enough, they haven't divulged everything. They don't notice who Vol was, thankfully enough. And she did come after Glacia left, so that does make sense why they didn't know that. And hopefully we can, deal with the situation at hand. I don't know why the bird hasn't come back yet, but as she says this, you do hear mumbling, and you can hear this mumbling. It is straight up by the door. So you don't need to roll. And in the background, you do hear a familiar voice, not one of pure evil or parents, but a familiar one of a brother, speaking to one of the guards. Right then, I'll take it from here. We have been authorized to make sure that the prisoners are looked after. Right, and who was that gave that to you? Your mother and father, sir. Yes, and according to them, it is now my responsibility to look after them. Do you have the paperwork? Why would I need a paperwork to speak with my own mother and father? I suppose you would. Exactly. Look, you can take a break. It's going to be me switching out with you. I'm not switching out with everyone. That'd be crazy. Easy enough. I suppose that does make sense. Right, well, take a 10-minute break. I'll be here. Right, of course, sir. One of the guards do leave and is replaced by someone else. He does look towards the guard that he's stationed with and he goes, right then, I'm going to take a look at the prisoners, see how they're doing. We have been instructed to keep an eye on all positions so they don't try to escape. Yes, and I'm sure you're doing a great job. Just one guard. I'm pretty sure you can all handle it. You're all strong enough, manly enough, womanly enough. Can't really see or tell underneath the garb.
Whoa.
That's 20 grand.
Very well, sir. Sure. Dragonborn, by the way. Technically androgynous. Neither. My apologies. Again, all garbed up. He, like, salutes. In a way to apologize and also in a way, like, to pay respects. And he, like, gets closer to the team. He first states, all right, then, let's take a look at the prisoners. And then he actually goes into a more whispered tone towards the group so the other guards can't hear. He does look towards first for you, Ada, and he hands you what appears to be a bird's egg. Right, well, I did get the message. Kind of couldn't send it back, though, just in case it was found.
He's just gonna look at him. Where have you been?
For the past few months, looking for you. And then a few weeks ago, I was given a message by our parents to return back to the city. It was apparent to them that Glacia would be taking over the world, or something of that notion. And we should all be together as a family, minus the young one, since, as Mother put it, still can find use within education. Covering bases, I assume. Not wanting to, well, blow up your spot, after she told me that you are alive and, in a way, trying to stop their plans. Well, I can't exactly help you out on the opposite side if I'm caught.
You know, part of me thought you were dead. Thank God you're not. I mean...
Same.
Hello there. I'm Nikolai. How are you?
Guard. Goes out to outstretch his hand.
I extend both my hands manacled together.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's in order?
He, like, shakes your hand and, pleasure to meet you. Historia.
Nikolai.
Right. He goes over towards everyone and, like, shakes their hand.
Inspecting the manacles, correct?
Hmm?
Wink, wink.
Do you say that heavily out loud, or?
No, that
Okay.
was just like that was a funny thing to say.
You say that and goes, good one. Ada, you're the only one that can tell how your brother usually thinks. He's
just
worried that Nikolai said that a little too loudly.
Yeah, I just said inspecting the manacles. That's all I said. I didn't say
Yeah.
the wink, wink part.
I know. It's just something is happening that you're not actively aware.
Okay.
He, like, goes through everyone and eventually gets to Dust, shakes his hand while they're manacled, and then looks towards all of you. Right then, you're going to be positioned here for a while, and hopefully enough I can convince Mother and Father to free you, or at the very least, to not consider you a threat or an enemy. Don't try to resist. The guards are here to make sure that you don't. Then looks towards the guards. Guards, you've been doing an excellent job. Keep it up. Salutes towards them. Again, don't know who you are underneath the garb, but we all ride the same banner. Each of them salute, like, enamored by the man that just rolled an natural 20, so it makes sense. And he looks towards you. Right then, good luck. The guy that left this position for 10 minutes comes back. Sir, it's been 10 minutes. Oh, how's it?
Can I, I was going to wait until he leaves, but yeah.
Okay. He looks towards the guard. Well, I don't want to impose. He, like, goes over towards the guard that stepped away for a second, claps them on the shoulder. You did a great job out there, sir. Thanks. How do you know I was a good man? Usually a lot of people can't tell. Genuinely a lucky guess. And then he walks away.
Can I look down and inspect my manacles and see if anything's changed?
No, they're loosened. Like, to the
Okay.
degree of not being on.
Okay. Like, is there still magic on them or no?
If you, like, shake your hands, they would immediately pop off.
Okay.
Okay, so the magic is still on them.
No.
But
No.
He has
Okay.
removed that. Like,
No.
I would have
I
made
have
him
a
roll, but I
plan.
rolled a natural 20. He's like, that's good enough to have no one notice.
Okay, Dogma.
Is it that way with everybody?
I have
Yes.
a question. Oh, I get out of game. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
If okay. Is it progressing the story if we stay here?
Yes.
Like-
it's also
like-
progressing the story if you leave and bail.
Okay, because I mean, we can do this. I'm talking to Kyle right now. Like, if we can do the deception like thing. But how do you like your new spell thing, or we can attempt because we have so combination here. I can create if do you have a barrier that you can create? So I can create a teleportation circle, or is that an option?
The best kind of barrier that I have is Hunger of Vidar.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that just creates darkness, and we would
Yeah.
be dealt damage in the midst of it.
yeah. Do you like the? I'm just kind of throwing out ideas here. Do you like the idea if we all get it in a 15-foot square, and then I use the cube of force, and then I start drawing this magic or the teleportation circle, and then we just all jump into it?
That's going to take an hour.
No. What do you talk about? No, this teleportation scroll, the circle.
the scroll,
It takes or no, it's a circle. A teleportation circle takes 1 minute to cast, and the cube lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, I think
So
I'm thinking
I
of
would-
someone else.
Yeah, and so it would take 1 minute to cast it, and the cube lasts for 1 minute, and we have to use one round that you
What?
you jump into it. It lasts for 1 round. So like everybody uses an action to jump into it, and then it's gone. I can put up the spell if you want me to. That's an option. But if you want to like figure out like if we can go through this and figure out more about what's going on, if you want to do that too. But
Mhm.
Like, at a game, anything you do
Yeah.
will progress the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I want to do an insight.
On.
Historia,
Okay.
Ada's brother, on whether or not he has a plan for us.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
17.
He acted as someone that is actively aware of the current environment and surroundings. He gave Ada that message egg, just didn't, let it go on its own. He hand-delivered it. If he does have a plan, he needs to find a way to somehow give you this information without tipping anyone else off.
Okay.
But it
Okay.
does seem like he
So-
might have one. You're just not aware of it, which is the problem.
It is going to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to the egg for now.
Well, no. The,
Well,
the
then
plan
open-
might be in the egg.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. But if we open up the egg with a bunch of guards around, it's going to be exposed, right?
It works like the message spell, which goes
Oh,
into your
okay.
head.
Never mind. All right. So,
maybe like we
Ada-
can
I was
seal
saying
you,
Ada-
and
I
then
was
you
gonna
can
say
open
Ada,
it.
like pockets
Yeah.
the egg while
We
also
would
opening
essentially
it at the
conceal
same
you.
time.
Surrounded by your team, you do have the message egg. Technically a bird, but it, turns into an egg when it. Semantics doesn't matter. Not important.
Nice.
The egg cracks and the little bird comes out, delivering the message. It does state in Historia's own voice. Right then, don't really have much time. I'm going to get your weapons to the adjacent west wall of the room you're in. I'm going to put it in some sort of holding mechanism. Hopefully you can grab them when you bail. By the dawn of tomorrow, so when the sun rises, I think, I always forget when dawn is, I will make sure something strong attacks that area, allowing the guards to vacate the area to defend and allowing you to escape. You need to find a way out. I can get you your weapons, but I can only do so much.
Forgot about the weapons part. Yeah.
So
Ada would whisper the plan, or whatever historian said.
Tomorrow morning, when the sun rises, the west side of the house will be attacked, breaking this area, making sure that the guards have to go and defend. In that room adjacent to you is where likely a chest with all your equipment will be.
Okay.
And you yourselves will have to run out of the city. He cannot help you with that, or else he's going to be breaking his cover.
Okay.
I have a
you
question.
can call on him to break his cover, but at that point, it's do or die. Yes, go ahead.
So we're able to cast magic now.
Yes.
Would I be able to conjure minor elementals?
Right
The
now?
range is 90 feet.
Right
outside of the. Yeah. Well, later tonight.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And just kind of, not terribly late, but kind of later when gossip kind of goes around. And then someone cast a spell, conjure minor elementals, kind of in a hushed voice, because it's verbal and thematic, and just kind of summon them to create a whisper campaign throughout the city.
For what purpose?
Basically, just to get more of the whisper campaign will be against Ada's parents, and it'll be more of defamation of who they are and the fact that they're selling the city out.
Is this after we're escaped?
Well, I
When is
kind of
this
want to get it
happening?
going. Towards later in the night, like in the evening, when like there's more people out in the city, like kind of going around drinking, and then I will basically send out my air elementals secretly at a distance to basically start up this whisper campaign.
We have to get out of this situation first, and then we can do I don't know.
It's not impossible, but you run the risk of being caught beforehand.
Okay, because where they pop up can be 90 feet away.
Yeah. You will have to roll sleight of hand or stealth to, not be heard. It's not going to be impossible, but it is going to require a roll.
Okay.
Right now? Oh, okay. No.
Not now.
I will think about it.
Okay.
Not
cool.
now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you said later into the evening. The message has been given to you, and Vol does state, okay, I don't mean to sound this in a very negative way, Ada, but I'm glad your entire family isn't the same.
No, there, I get it. He's gonna stand up. Okay, this is probably a very long shot. what if I join them? I know at least if you're gonna argue about it. But I mean, they're kind of
It-
right.
They're right about the world ending. They're right
Mhm.
about you're being their puppet. You're right about
They're not saying
us being trash. They're
right.
right about your best friend being a thing. What are they right about again? Sorry, I'm confused.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, the only thing that they were right about was the fact that there are so many incompetent people when they were talking about themselves.
I think that if you want to join them, I'm not going to stop you. But if you do that, you're on your own. Like you're on the other side. Like we're not gonna.
I know this place more than any of you here. I'm going to say that. And maybe I can give it some, at least not to sacrifice you or anything like that. You guys can go. It's one way or another. If we get out there, we're still going to have the issue of trying to leave, right?
We can leave. I have a plan for that. It's just getting our stuff, leaving, and getting out of here. But getting to the right place is a little bit harder. I can make a bigger distraction if you want to. We can do that.
I'm not going to push on how that's going to work. I'm just saying if my parents find out.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I learned some new magic, and I'm gonna say this quietly so that this is all said quietly.
Yeah.
But when we fought against
Ophelia?
the crazy lady, the Ophelia lady, yes,
Mom?
I was using some special magic. I learned how to cast some spells without saying anything, quietly, discreetly. So I could do some spells without anybody knowing I'm casting spells.
I'm not going to ask on how you can do that because I feel like we're going to go into a very long explanation on how you can actually do that.
It's complicated, but
Of course.
yes, but anyways, we could use that.
We do.
Yes.
Sorry, Tess.
There's two things that we need to do. We need to inform the king this war is a distraction of some sort. We need to get out. Most of all, I really want to be close at hand so that we can deal with things.
So is teleportation circle out of the conversation, or is that are we staying here? Because I don't know how we're going to get out of this situation, because we don't have a way to get back quickly. We got teleported in here, so, and our escape plan was not thought out.
Here,
What?
Are you talking about getting into the mansion, or are you talking about how we got into,
No. How do we get out to where we need to go next?
Oh, also I messed up in the time frame your brother said. It was supposed to be midnight, so it's more dramatic. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yes, that's all I got. Does everybody understand what's going on?
Just go ahead.
I'm just gonna say Gronk says for the most part.
Okay. So essentially, I don't know. I guess I would say like more on the plan phase. If we when the signal is struck, we take the opportunity, we get our stuff because of the distraction, we get out, and if things hit the fan, then we all what?
Sorry, go ahead.
If our escape plan, if things hit the fan, I don't know if Ada you have the ability, because I don't know if you had the ability to teleport or not, but I do. But it takes me a minute to cast it. So if we all get trapped into the cube, and I can cast it in the time frame that the cube lasts, and we will be protected in the event that anybody tries to attack us for that minute. So if there's no other escape, that is our backup. But we will try to find a way out other than doing that, because if we do that, we only have two places to go, and that is either I would say, because I know it already, I don't have my sheet on me. It would be the place in Dust or the other place. I have, where's my list?
Are you talking about the
no,
magic
one is
circles you know?
The areas?
Yeah, the magic circles that I know, yeah. Because I know the magic circle to go to... Where's my little thing? I had a little cheat sheet that I have, but I don't know where it is.
There's one in Mist.
Yes, there's one in Mist, and there's one in the other place.
One in Mist, one in the Kingdom of Dust.
Yeah. So I would say that.
I thought you knew one. I thought you knew one in within the Kingdom of Isle.
Yeah, he did.
I do.
He
learned
learned about that one though. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that.
Oh.
I was just naming off the ones that he got for free because he got that spell. But yes, you do know one. I believe you learned the Capital of Isles circle.
Yes. But I'd say that's our backup. So like, if we get in trouble, that's how we get out. But I don't we need to look around and see what's going on first. After that. So.
Okay.
Because having a plan of escape in this situation is very important. We don't want to be caught, and then we just have no way to get out. But if we fight, we can make it. We all have to make the decision if we're going to fight or not. If this is worth fighting, and we have, because if we're going to fight something, it's going to be to the death. And whoever gets out, it's going to be, everything's either one side's going to die or the other side's going to die. And right now, I'd rather not fight. But that's up to you.
I got a spell that will help us to evade as much as we can. So, people won't necessarily be able to see us. So, that'll make things easier.
Okay. Well, I guess Nikolai would just kind of prep his things before this time frame would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As that happens, and as you prepare things like just in case factors, once it hits midnight, the distraction will commence. As you are preparing, I want Ada, Nikolai, Dust, and the rest of the gang to roll insights, both on the people you've already met, but mainly on Ada's parents.
Should we? Yeah, we're getting close to our mid.
Just one
I guess we're
insight?
past our midway point.
Technically, our midway point is 3 minutes from now. But I'm going to have you roll this, and then we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Just one insight, or
one insight for the entire thing.
To roll? Okay.
I don't want to roll it again if I didn't click it. Oh, I rolled. Okay.
Obviously, you meant to click once, but it did it twice. But
Yeah,
the first one's a natural 20, so we're going to take it. It's hard to read other people's parents, but both Dust and Nikolai, not fans. You can tell that everyone you've currently went against, other than Historia, since you didn't go against him, you just are aware of him, are quite powerful, if not destructive. Going against all of them at once would likely be very difficult, but not impossible. Just you're gonna have to work very strategically. Ada, you are aware of your parents' strengths and, well, abilities. It is hard not to be after you've grown up, both admiring and, for the most part, fearing them. They are people that are highly powerful. Based off of everything and what you've already know, there are already a group or an amount of enemies heading towards or already here. She mentioned something about a shadow flying toward. Ophelia mentioned something about a shadow flying towards the city, and it will be arriving soon. You just don't really know what that is, but it's flying, so it is a flying creature. And based off of that, you can also tell within a certain amount of time, the walking force will also be arriving, so you don't have much time before, the west side of the kingdom is overlapped with danger. That being said, you also know that that is not the extent of the issue. The extent of the issue is also your parents. Whether you consider them an issue or not is entirely up to you, but you do know that both of them are classified very high, powerful mages. Your father is a very powerful sorcerer, draconic, tattooed individual, and your mother is an archmage. Both of them have incredible magic. One-on-one, they would easily decimate either one of you, whether it be Grok against your mom, Grok against your father, or so on and so forth. But together, you could definitely win. You just don't want Ophelia, your father, your mother, all being grouped together. If you could somehow split them apart, if you need to face them, that would be the ideal positioning. If it's two against the group, it wouldn't be impossible, but it is not ideal. And three against the group, it would be very difficult, but again, not impossible. You just don't want them to group up. You have all this information. You realize this. Your mother and father can cast the equivalent of 9th level spells. They are that strong, which is why you fear them so much. That being said, though,
I'm scared now.
Your mother has been in retirement doing her fashion things, and your father has also been in retirement. They're not exactly at their peak performance. That's not to say they don't have access to all their magic. It's just, in this moment, you realize that sometimes your parents are larger than life when you're a child. They are still very much large, but it's not as dominating as when you were 5 or 8 or 10. But they are still a challenge. That is not even in question. But with this information and a potential plan ahead, we will take our 5-minute break here.
Okay.
Ada.
Do-do-do. together as a family after they joined Glacia, right?
Mhm.
In a
Yeah.
bit.
So any of their older siblings, any of your older siblings who would actually remotely, like, not full on up against them, would be there. So
Ada can roll to see what they would likely do.
Will this be a history check? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. I'm guessing. All right. And then roll twice takes forever for it to roll. It rolled twice for me for some reason. It's an 8.
Yeah, your parents are quite practical in the way they would use people. If they had no use or purpose, they would not call them forth. They called your brother forth because he has a tendency to lead and, people follow him. So obviously he was called in. Your sister, who was married off for the betterment of the family, will not be called for, has no general purpose for them other than marrying her off to gain more status. Your oldest brother is currently working for the military in the area, so he would not be called for potential risk factor of having a mole or a leak reach the capital.
Okay, so just Historia.
Just Historia.
All
Your
right.
other siblings are too young and are currently learning magic, learning their trades in the capital's school.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Like the only out of the older siblings, the only friendly one that you could potentially have is Historia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the question is, do you want, if we have a chance to kill him, do you want us to kill him?
That's the question.
Or do we just want to put him in manacles?
I think you. What?
To kill Ada's parents. That's
yes.
That is an option. That has to be understood because you have to take the. This is okay. If you think about Ada, you're literally going this is starting. This is basically the starting of a war. Like they're starting a war, and you're if you don't deal with the problem, either you deal with it this is Nikolai's thought train. This is not just I'm trying to think about what Nikolai would say, but Nikolai would say something along the lines of oh, hey, you have parents. They're treating things horribly because you're not doing things your way and you're not making their value of their monetary value go up. So if you're not doing that for them, then you're basically not worth anything to them. So also they're starting to fight against the kingdom that we've been working for. So right now they're kind of doing something where it's going to kill a lot of people, and basically they're trying to conquer the whole entire nation.
So as a player, I'm going to say yes, kill him. I'm saying that straight away.
As a player,
as Ada, she knows she can't control the other team. She knows they would probably go ahead and kill him, or at least beat them up to a pulse. Just like I imagine if Ada ever had to fight Amara, she would be hesitant to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's why Ada is thinking maybe she should join their side. And also the two other reasons: one, so she can get in contact with Glacia, and also so she can, I guess, I don't know, explain this, to make sure her other siblings don't get into any other trouble, because she doesn't want to leave Historia behind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Historia is our inside, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. And also, Ada totally could just be a spy for the group. I thought of that out of game. Just if she ever joined, she could just give the other guys intel. But
potentially,
just a maybe.
Are you? I mean, if you decided to join, Ada, I mean, like, Anna, and if you decided as a player that Ada wanted to join because she didn't want to fight against her parents as a character, you would. I mean, I'm gonna ask. I'm kind of playing off. I'm guessing Dogma. Like, would she have to make a new character?
Or she continue to play her current character. I did have contingency plans for that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Where you know. It's. I was thinking the whole week that I could probably do it. I don't know if Ada would. That's why I'm on the fence about if Ada actually would join them or not. And I've been pondering on that for the entire week on how that would go down.
Here's the thing, the way that I see it.
Mm-hmm.
If Ada was to join with Glacia, she would never be able to get Amara back. And Ada would know that. Like, the only possibility for Amara to come back is for Ada to fight it.
Either that or the opposite idea. If Dogma is okay with this, Ada just negotiates with Glacia to possess her and just like go of Amara. I know that it was a stupid thought of mine. It just popped out of nowhere, but
There are a lot of things you can do, and I've already expressed a few things that can happen. Like not the main reason, but the good reason why Glacia wants to take over the kingdom is because it'll be enough people that she can become a deity. And at that point, she won't need Amara.
yeah. So, but if she becomes a deity, then it's kind of like we're screwed. We're like you're picking like a friend over like 1 million people.
yeah.
Yeah, like because I'm pretty sure 1 million people are gonna die.
Oh
At
yeah,
that
either
point-
way.
Like, Ophelia has never stated that it'll be the end of the world or the apocalypse. It'll be a shift in things, but that's not exactly a good thing for some people. They will definitely fight back. Because why wouldn't you? It'd be crazy.
Well, I put ice cubes in the freezer like before our game started, and they're frozen now.
Ooh, nice.
My freezer is pretty
What I
good.
kind of want to do with Ada's parents
Mhm.
is keep them
Kill them.
alive. No.
Murder
Keep them
them.
alive, but have Opal go in and strip their magic away from them.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. What the heck?
I like this. I like this. This is like the Avatar. It's like Avatar. Oh!
Because they are all about power, and power is what makes them who they are.
Oh, this is so cool because Nikolai figured out that
Strip
power
them of
wasn't the only
everything.
thing, and it's like going full circle because the enemy. It's like Nikolai he had like his like arc, his like character arc, and he figured out. It's like I don't like power anymore. I like friendship. Yeah.
What would be
Sorry.
even funnier is if we put the we knocked them out and we put the manacles on them.
Yeah.
So
They probably could break it.
and then Opal does the procedure on them to rip out their magic from them, so where they're not capable of using magic.
You're going to definitely need to knock them out for
And then
that.
we just oh yeah, we'd have to knock them out.
Yeah, that would be better than killing
And then
them.
when they wake up, they don't necessarily know that they've lost their magic. Or or the manacles the type of thing where it's like, you still have your magic. With them on, you just can't spell it.
Only if you're trying to cast a spell. You feel like it doesn't fully form and it dissipates.
Oh.
If you're actually aware of what they are, you generally don't cast a spell because it still eats up a spell slot.
Yeah. So, But like that would be worse for them. Given we wouldn't let them go scot-free, we'd still take them into custody and turn them over.
Oh yeah, for sure. But let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm
Okay.
as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, I'm gonna say this out of game. Ada still has the what are they called? The figurines of wondrous power. That was the word. Which is 3 lions that at least she could get some people on. I mean, once they leave. I mean.
Yeah.
Transportation. Nice.
Oh man. Put a meme in there.
Alright.
It gives me so much confidence in our team. Oh, we can handle it. We're
We're
professionals.
professionals.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Bring
Mentally, no, but physically, let's get
Yeah.
this done.
the group thinks about a few things here and there. It explains that not all enemies come together or else it'll be nearly impossible. With all things planned and set up, does anyone else do one final thing?
I would can I start to so here's what I want to do. Just as like a bonus to like when this whole thing is gonna go down, I want to be able to like prep one of my spells subtly so I can cast control flames when the distraction is gonna happen. So I have it prepared. So when it happens, I just like kick it off and then it starts to fire.
Alright. Nice.
20, let's go! Not a natural 20, but 20.
Dude, yay!
Not okay. I'm the only one with a positive strength. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I got a 10.
No, I had to roll
I got
twice.
11. Dang.
Oh, you had to. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I looked at you. Ada is strong.
I have to roll twice.
Ada is
I had
strong.
to turn off my advantage.
It is nice, bro.
Dun, 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 dun,
Uh,
dun.
Can I take a? Can I?
What is
Can I take a hit die because I took damage?
Yeah, you can take. It has
Okay,
been a
cool.
few long hours. You would have taken your entire
Okay.
long rest.
Cool. Oh, another long rest. Okay, cool.
It would have been an entire day. They just left you there.
Gotcha. We didn't get food though, so is it still? I guess it's still a rest.
It's
so.
still a rest.
Okay, cool.
They just didn't feed you. Unless you had exhaustion, then you had to worry about food. But you
I
can
don't-
go
I
more
don't
than
think
3
I
days.
Yeah.
Just
without
like
food. As soon as this happens, most of you stay on your feet. Ada and Fauna do fall over theirs.
Oh, I rolled a
And
D8,
you
not a
see
D6.
Smoke
Oh, wow.
currently in the west direction. The guards looks towards you and then looks towards the direction. And in the distance, you do hear Storia stating, "Guards, I need help." Looking towards him,
Naturally. Dang.
I gotta stop rolling for Storia.
Oh no.
Looking towards him, the guards then go, "Red Racer!" They look towards the walls and the crystals adjacent to you. They touch something adjacent to the walls, and immediately a force barrier is constructed around you.
Oh,
And then they just bolt to where Historia is heading towards. Now, normally this would be enough to, prevent you from moving if you didn't have magic, but guess who has magic right now?
go. Yeah. So where was the open flame? Like, could I cast it pretty far away?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, it's 60 feet, so I'm guessing in the direction that they were running, like somewhere there's a fire that started, like, I don't know, somewhere over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I don't-
see if that's large or small.
It's 5 foot. It would just like take
It's
I would
an
take an exposed
erupting flame. Burn. Got a
Yeah.
natural 20 for big flame, small flame.
Oh.
With your conjured flame, you just got it in where the tapestries of very expensive fine depictions of historical nature are just burning away. It's an entire wall that even more guards get distracted. At this point in time, Grok then looks towards the rest of you. All right, fair enough. Immediately uses like, it wouldn't be useful because guards were around, but he can ritualistically cast Dispel, which eventually just fades away.
Wait, I could just I can use Mage Hand.
Yeah, if you want to.
I don't I don't have to because I have the new feat. So basically, I just the telekinetic. I just cast Mage Hand, and then you don't see it. It just is invisible, and then it flicks one of the crystals.
Yeah, okay, that'll work.
Or is it magic?
I just remembered that Dispel isn't ritual. It is magical, but you can definitely like swat it to have it malfunction.
Okay, cool.
Which makes more sense because Grok would have totally been cheating. Because I was thinking of a different thing. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so he still doesn't have Dispel prepared. I guess you were taking a long rest and it could have, but whatever.
Oh, I have to
Hitting the gem, it fluctuates, causing it to malfunction. I want everyone to go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics to jump out before it restabilizes.
Okay.
Normal?
Advantage.
Oh,
Oh.
my god, why? Where did that one?
18.
Or 8.
What's a DC?
DC 15, but I'm going to say don't roll anything else because one of you was able to get
already-
out.
Oh,
and
okay, never
so
mind.
you can mess with the rest of the system.
You said don't roll anything else, sorry.
One of you, technically two, were fast enough that you got out, so you're able to, turn it off. So Dust is able to get out. You rush over towards the adjacent wall, and because I rolled 2 natural 20s for your distraction, no one is in this room.
Okay. Where are we running to?
The adjacent wall where you guys are at, technically you guys are in this room.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the left of where Grok is, there's an entire wall just folded over itself, and you see that you are on the 3rd floor of this very large mansion. In the horizon line is the city.
Guys, we need to grab our stuff and get going to where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's go.
Okay. Do you jump through that area? If you do, it would have to be an acrobatics check. If you don't, and you're trying to climb down, athletics. If you have a climbing speed, then you're good. If you're looking out through the horizon line and seeing which area might be beneficial,
Wait,
perception
did we
check.
grab our stuff already?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you grabbed it.
Okay.
Nice,
okay.
I'm going to. I don't know. Does anybody have a way to get down easier? Everybody.
Vol does look towards you. If we had a giant tree, I can use tree stride. We can all go into a tree. I know.
I don't have a tree.
It's just a nearby tree.
A large one, big enough so all of us can go through.
And is there one such in the compound?
Can I roll a history check?
You can roll a history.
History? I'm assuming it would be his. Sorry if I'm doing that. What? You're kidding me! Ah!
You know that your
What?
parents like to prune most trees that get a little too large, because then it's just a gaudy, unsightly thing in front of the mansion.
Wait, I
Didn't we?
have my trowel. I have my trowel of plant growth.
Yeah,
just
you
need to
do.
find a tree, and I can
Oh,
I can quickly cause it to grow to the size
Okay.
that we need.
So let's go back and see if there's a tree.
Good.
You think that's the best idea?
Ada would know where the garden is. I want one of you, and I'm gonna say any of you can do it, but just one of you, roll a d20 and see if you accidentally encounter a guard.
Who wants to
Is
take
this-
the bet?
Is this your best idea? Do you think you want to disguise this as we're going through here, Dust?
DC to beat 12.
Yeah, no, I will be adding seeming on it.
Yeah,
and
it's a
make
good
it
idea.
all look like the handles. I mean, not handles.
Candles?
The workers of the
Guards?
mansion.
The
just kind
worker. There you go.
just kind of
Singing help.
going away from.
So seeming it just okay.
Oh,
you
seeming. I
throw-
heard
throw
singing.
this-
No,
throw
you're
this
fine.
spell up.
Yeah, seeming.
Ada has
oh.
her hood up. Everyone else acts the part using seeming.
I'm guessing we're all handmaidens. Is that what she said?
Yeah, all of you are
Uh,
within 30 feet of each other.
Cool.
Yeah. Just kind of the workers just kind of scurrying from one low area to a safer location.
You guys begin to bolt in the area opposite direction. You do see. I just want to see what you would have gotten. Dust,
Here's
go
your-
ahead and
Want me to
roll a
roll?
d20.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
No.
You run around the
That would
area
be what-
and you
it's
see
worse.
about 5 guards heading directly towards you. Swords drawn, they just immediately go around you because you're just helping. Why would they bother to help you? They're going to the rich people, immediately just ignoring you. The entire squadron just goes around you, and you're able to get out of the area. You used magic, so I'm going to allow it. Auto pass. You run out and
Yes.
you get to the nice foliage garden, which has a koi pond, various types of trees and branches. And Ada knows this as an unpleasant area. Very beautiful, by the way. But it's always where, you learn how to brew tea, you learn how to do all the matron things your mother and father expected of you when you were eventually married off. It's very dramatic, but at the exact same time, there's a tree big enough that if it grows, it'll be acceptable.
I'm guessing we're in here now.
Different
In
map.
the middle?
Oh, different map. Okay.
Didn't
Alright.
exactly think you would go back to the garden, but should have prepared for that.
I don't know. We're. I don't know.
I'm just gonna put you here.
Cool.
Oh, we can tree walk, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, no, the trees would be. Hey, wait a minute, I have plant growth.
So where are we heading? How
Where?
we can only go how far is it? Like 1,000 or is it 500 feet?
She does state, I can go to another tree that I know of, and thankfully enough, I was spotting a few things here and there in the areas we've been. I can get us to the next city over if I'm lucky. Otherwise, it'd be in the middle of the woods. Do you want me to risk the middle of the next city over, or do you want me to just go to the woods where I know I can get?
I suppose we could go. Do we? Are we just getting out of here and we don't want to deal with anything that's going on right now? I guess the best idea is getting it. We have the information. We have the intel. We need to get back and tell them what's going on. So, yes, let's go to the city.
So the next city over is Borta. No, Gret.
With Jumpra, it'd be Gret or Verta, technically, but do you really want to go back there?
No.
Do we
No.
want to go back to Verta?
No.
Let's go back. Come on.
Where are we trying to get to? Isle? Or what?
I'm assuming to the next city over, so that is. What's it?
Do we need to get
Well,
back
how
to
far?
Gret?
How far away is Gerta from Jonfa? About a day or two.
Gret itself is roughly a day or two away from Jonpra. Same with Verta. It's not impossible to get there if you decide to walk. like she can get you into the forest, which is, done and done, but you'll have to get there. That being the case, though, once you're out of the city, you just run the risk of maybe being spotted by something or someone.
Yeah, I'm just trying to plan ahead for like what's our next move. Like, are we trying to get
I know,
to
girls. Sorry, go ahead.
what are we trying to get to? Like, are we trying to get to the leader? So are we trying to find? Because in Hydra, isn't that where? What's her face?
That
can't
is
get her
where the
name is.
leader is
Yes.
expected to be, and that is not
Yeah.
necessarily where the enemy true leader is. It's just where the proverbial leader is.
Okay, so
Yeah, the second in command, the
So-
one in command of the army.
Correct.
I guess we
I mean,
go
don't
through
we
the.
gotta- Sorry.
Huh?
I was gonna say, don't we have to head back to Isle to warn the king about the war, or are we just gonna go straight towards the leader or the?
He is going to eventually be warned. The backup that you guys had has likely already encountered the enemy. They are going to rush back to the capital to warn him.
Okay.
That
Our
being
point
said,
is,
it will be not miraged, in their viewpoint of what's currently happening. But as you were saying,
and we're going to be, but we're also going to be adding into the fact that the war is a distraction, on top of it being a war.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's the thing that the king does not know, is that the war is a distraction for something
Glacia.
else.
Mhm.
Yeah, for Glacia.
So.
If
Can't we just? I mean, okay. Why don't we? Better idea. I got an idea. So if my thought is that if we travel to the woods, but then if we know that the army's gonna come back, we can meet up with the army, tell them what we know, they go back, and we just teleport down to Waven with the teleportation circle, and we just head up to Hydra, so we don't have to head all the way back to Isle.
But that's if we find them, or if they find us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think it's better than heading all the way back, wasting time, and then having to head all the way over to Hydra. Because right now, our biggest enemy is time. Because the more time we give them, the more things can happen.
Right.
yes,
Speaking of time, I feel like we're wasting time.
Yeah, we've been
people to
wasting
come
time
over.
left and
We
right.
didn't
That
even
is our
finish
big.
it.
We've been wasting time like crazy. We wasted time with the bridge, and I think we need to pay attention to time more than anything.
yeah.
I think that Dogma's not gonna say anything right now because I.
no, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Um,
I like the idea of informing the army, letting them know what we know, and then getting I don't know, maybe getting them out, like escorting them as far as we can, and then teleporting down to Waven, and then getting to Hydra as fast as we can.
Vault does state, I do know an outpost station in the forest nearby. If we can't find them, they will likely be at the outpost at one point or another.
Okay, I think that's our best move currently, and then we can go from there.
All right.
If worst comes to worst, we can use sending stones to as a relay to get the message to the king. So at least to General Tynes.
Yeah.
So I know someone who would have capabilities of messaging him.
Yes.
We also still have, I don't even know what to call it. Ada pulls out like the little egg bird thing that Opal allowed them to use to contact Historia.
Yeah. She. You look at it and she does state that could maybe work, but it's gonna take a couple days.
Right. Okay, right now I really think we should leave before anyone knows we're gone.
Yeah. I'm
Vol is
guessing that
looking
we're
at you.
stepping through
Yeah.
the tree.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get to the outpost station. Hopefully, I can make it there. I'm gonna roll for it. 11. Using her magic, she begins to open a bridge towards another tree she is familiar with. Thankfully enough, she has, as a princess, actively knows the geographical mapping of the area, as well as various stations within the area in case she needs to visit a guard of some sort. However, that is not... Go ahead.
I want to make a point. When I'm using the spell Plant Growth, I'm going to make this tree, like, we're going to pick the largest one, but I'm just going to try to get this tree or the entire garden, to just overgrow the entire mansion if possible.
Just another screw you.
I will allow that
Yeah.
if
Oh my
you,
God.
like, bury the magical item into the tree near the roots so it continues to grow.
That means you lose it.
That
if you,
does mean
if
you
you
lose
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
It would be worth it to destroy a mansion.
Oh. No, I'm not, because that's just too useful of an item.
Okay.
Okay. Who's attached to their magic items now? Okay.
You contemplate it. Maybe another time when you just, after you save the world, might as well have some fun later. You manage to get into the forest, but not close enough to get to the outpost. You are close, but not, within 10-minute walk. It's going to take at least an hour. But you're now outside of the city. However, I want everyone to go ahead and roll a perception check to, respond to the current environment you're in.
Perception. A 4.
Gonna be at a plus. That's a 12. And there's a natural on the other side.
Yeah,
It was okay, guys. There's a nat.
Who's that? Is that? I'm guessing that's
Fauna.
that's Bull or Fauna.
Okay, and one last thing. Above 10, who? That's concerning. Okay.
Yeah.
You all appear out of the tree without too much of an issue. It is big enough that you all just bounce out and immediately look to your surroundings. You make sure that you aren't actively followed through the tree as it reroutes itself closed. You look around and you check your surroundings because, even if something didn't follow you through the tree, that's not to say nothing found you. Surrounding your area, you just see foliage, and for a while, you are grateful that's all there is, until you're no longer grateful.
Oh.
Dust and Fauna both look up to the sky, and there you do see a dragon heading your way. It is a very dark, shadowy creature, something that you haven't really seen beforehand. Well, maybe Dust has. I want Dust to go ahead and roll history.
Oh.
I'm gonna use lucky, or I'm gonna use one of my lucky rolls.
Okay.
Dang it!
That's even worse. This was just to see if you were able to discern what this is exactly, but very dark, encumbering, smoke-like dragon. The best you can tell that its scaling kind of resembles that of a red dragon, but it does not meet the exact same coloration. As it reaches overhead, it is able to notice most of you with its past perception of 18.
Okay.
The main reason why I had some of you roll was to be aware of this so it doesn't get a surprise round. But I want everyone to go ahead and roll turn order.
Alright.
Yes. Let's Let's
It's going
go.
to happen eventually. There we go. 15.
No, not bad.
Oh, that's really good. Oh.
Ah, I got an 8.
Aw.
Da-da-da.
What kind of dragon does this look like?
Hard to tell. 1, 2.
Oh.
So we can't tell how old it is.
No, only you and Fauna saw it, and with the history,
Oh. Oh.
undiscernible. Okay.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hide
5.
it.
Oops, that was Nikolai. I'll keep it. I don't remember Nikolai's roll anyways.
It's an 8.
Okay, you didn't have to tell me.
I didn't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
And then dragon. $14 plus modifier, that is 18.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's weird. I'll just have Opal go last. Okay, you guys are actually aware of this dragon in the sky roughly 50 feet ahead. It notices you and you notice it. Immediately, Vol brings out her staff, casts Shillelagh, and takes a movement so she can get at least half cover underneath some foliage. Dust.
It sees us, right? How far away is it?
50 feet in the sky and 55 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna move away from everybody. And then I am going to launch. I think it's 3 Eldritch Blasts. I just gotta double check. It's been forever since I've cast this spell. Yeah, 3. I'm gonna launch 3 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that natural 1
Okay, 19
with
hits.
with a minor wish.
A luck point?
Nice.
Oh, that, never
nice.
mind. Never mind.
That worked.
30 also hits.
What was
So
the damage, though?
Okay, and what kind of damage is this? Force?
yeah, this is completely force. So 15 on the first 15, and then has it as 31.
Yeah.
So,
with Eldritch Blast, you just take a couple shots in the sky. It's able to divert 1, but in that motion, you're able to shoot 2 directly towards its face. It's not dead, but it is surprised by the amount of force you brought upon it. Anything else?
Give me a second. I just have to check. I should have done this earlier, but I'm going to cast Hex on it. And it's going to have disability on Wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws.
Got it. I believe that's it, unless you want to move a little bit further. You have like another 5 feet.
Oh.
No, I'm kind of good right there.
Okay. Dragon taking their turn, they are immediately aware that you moved and hit them. But it's not dumb. It definitely has things that it can do. As a main action, it will fly over, roughly getting up to where you guys are at, but roughly 30 feet away in the sky. And it'll get everyone minus Vol and Whisper.
Okay.
As soon as it reaches towards your direction, the dragon begins to breathe in its breath. And then
Just a reminder,
yes.
Fauna has the Shirt of Fire resistance.
She's
Good to know.
vulnerable. Wait, she's vulnerable or not?
Resistant.
It would be.
Is it fire though? You don't know.
Yeah. I'm just
Breathes
saying
in.
that she has that.
Yeah, good to know. Honestly, thank you. The breath then plumes out dark, radiant smoke. It is unfortunately not fire. But that's good to know. Pluming in the area, dark, shadowy flame. Not actual fire damage. I want everyone in that area, Grog, Opal, Nikolai, Ada, and Fauna, to go ahead and roll for me dexterity saving throws.
Okay, succeeds at the head.
Hey. Yeah, 5.
That is not
Try.
good. Here is Grog. Not that great. Opal. Opal has a +2. Fauna. Not even close. Okay. Opal succeeded. The rest failed. The flame begins to lap over everyone, and those that failed that did not meet 18 do take 16d6 necrotic damage on a failed save.
Got it. Okay.
Oh.
It is not nice.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No.
As you just
These dice
hurt a
leave,
lot,
said.
the energy begins to eat into your skin, and I want Ada and Nikolai to go ahead and roll insight.
So wait, I need to do math. What was the math? I gotta. Okay. So be 58. Yeah. Insight?
Yes.
Insight.
7.
Roll better. I'm gonna have Opal give Ada the help action. Fauna give Nikolai the help action. Roll again.
Alright.
Oh. What? What? I failed.
No, apparently.
I want to fail.
You want to fail?
I like. It feels like he's giving it to us. You can take it. You take it.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Looking at the individual and looking at this creature, you can tell that this thing is brimming with shadow and smoke. It just still dealt necrotic damage, and most of the time when creatures are hit with necrotic damage, they instantly die. There is no death saves. They just die. You don't want to get hit with that breath weapon again, or else you are just gone. Whatever this thing is enraptured by death itself.
That was painful. Indeed.
As a bonus action effect, which you can do, it will go into stealth in the shadows.
Do what now?
So we can't see him?
Plus its stealth bonus. Even with your incredible proficient passive perception, you can't see it. Nikolai.
I got an 8. Or did you make it an 18?
Yeah, somehow good.
Even with Ada's high passive perception, you can't see it. You can
No.
definitely...
I mean on my
No, I
initiative.
mean, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I rolled an 8. You changed
I
it to an
forgot to
18.
adjust it. That's my bad.
Yeah, so I'm after Fauna or before Fauna. Yeah.
Whisper has to take pot shots in the area where she saw it last, giving her attacks disadvantage. Does not hit. Goes in for a second-handed strike. Does not hit. Ada. Right now, you can't currently see it, but you know it's there. It just hid itself in shadow and darkness.
Okay, can I hold the spell action Sunbeam until the creature comes to view? The dragon
Yeah.
comes to view? Okay. We'll do that then. And then I'm
Okay.
just
Now, you can only hold an action, or you can hold your entire turn and put yourself in a different position. So, if you intend to hold your action, what do you do for a bonus action and movement?
yeah, let me check
You can maybe, like, I don't know, take a
Yeah.
health potion, heal someone with a health potion.
for
or-
bonus sections I cast Mass Healing Word. Or would that not
That
work?
would
Yeah.
conflict with your health
No.
spell.
Alright.
So it needs to be it needs to be a bonus action.
Correct.
It is a bonus action.
Really?
But it is.
Yeah, Mass Healing Word is a bonus
Yeah,
action.
I'll let you look. So you could believe.
But so you cast that also, so you get a bonus. So if you target yourself, you get your bonus healing, and then you also get healing extra to everybody, and with your special healing abilities.
Cool. Heal away.
Okay, just making sure we can go to 1d4 of. So where would I find my modifier? I'm just asking because I completely forget.
It would be your spell casting modifier, so it would be you're a cleric, so I believe it's your intelligence. I could be wrong.
So the bigger number of my intelligence or the smaller number?
Smaller one.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 16. Alright, 18. So.
Oh wait, sorry. It would be your wisdom.
Oh, my wisdom?
Yes, it would be a
Oh,
plus
that's
1
eight.
in addition to what this is. That'd be
wisdom?
The small
1d4.
number.
1d4. It should be 3, right? Your spellcasting ability modifier. What is mine?
So that is 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. That is 3. So that is 5. This spell
And then
has
she
no effect
adds-
on-
Because she has the discipline of life. That means she ability. Ada would get everybody she heals would get two hit points plus the spell's level. So add another 5, and then Ada has blessed healer, so she adds another 5 to herself.
So everyone heals 10, and Ada heals 15.
15. Okay.
Cool. Any movement? Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe don't stay in the middle of a group.
Yeah, the same part. Yeah.
No, spread it out.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
You split from the group, making sure you're not all targets. Brock goes in for a swing. He has some spells, but he can't exactly cast them. So he's going to try to hit with his sword and smite. Miss. Oh, and hit it. He went with disadvantage. He's going to do a smite plus 1d10 plus 1.
1d10.
He does have Moonbeam and Remove Curse.
Well, he can't see it, so
I guess he could use his bonus action to inflict one of those. He's gonna try and remove curse and see if this thing is a curse thing that he's hiding in the shadow with. Activating that, it is not, unfortunately. But the dragon still takes a good amount of damage. Bonus action, he used the spell, so that's it. That's him. Nikolai.
It is me. Yes. So I have. So where did this dragon? So it was like around this area.
Yeah.
Okay. And where did it? It just disappeared, and
it, like,
I just didn't.
Sunk further towards the forest, and then once it reached close enough, it just disappeared within the shadows.
Did I make? So if I was watching that area while it was moving, did I see like an area like of the trees and stuff like move out of the way as it was like landing in a particular spot?
No, like once it touched the shadows itself, it like merged with it.
Okay. But I'm just gonna presume that it's somewhere in here. With Nikolai's knowledge, maybe. I don't know, because it looked like it was going down. I'm guessing from what Nikolai understands, but I don't know.
It hit itself. You can presume that if you want. Your attack will still have disadvantage. You can. I'll say.
If it's a saving throw. I was gonna target a region.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing. So basically, I was gonna go. I'll do. Yeah. Let's do. I'm gonna do a 4th level Zone of Frost. So that's gonna be very low. So I get a reroll one. I get a reroll one of those. Is it?
I
get a
recommend the
reroll
one.
1 and 2. Wait, what's my frost spell? Can I reroll both of those? Wait, what am I? Both. I get a reroll. Like, hold on. Frost spell. Oh. When it's treat, I get a reroll once, so I get a reroll 2. Both 1. So those are. So it's a 4 plus 5, so that's gonna be 9 frost damage. Let me put this zone up first.
Okay.
It is like 30 because it increases by 10. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that big, and it's a zone of frost, and he would take. If he's in that area, it's a giant cube.
I would actually bring it down a little bit, but oh well.
I threw it in that area. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there. So it would take. He needs to make a.
On save, right?
When it appears in the creature, it starts the area. For this time, they have make a con save, and they take. It would take 9 damage if he fails.
Got it.
If he's in the area.
He wasn't, but I want to make sure your spell does something. He's close enough that the spell does something. The area gets covered in snow and storm, causing the adjacent areas to be coated in ice. What's the total damage it does?
For this turn, it's 9.
Okay.
9 cold damage.
-9. Whether or not you can see it, it definitely did damage.
Okay. And then any creature if they succeed, any creature restrained, so it enters the area, and then if he's in the area, he becomes restrained, and he has to repeat the con save at the end of his turn to see if he can break 3. Is it a con save or a dex? I made it a con, so it's easier. So I'm guessing he's trying to like break out. So he takes damage and he's restrained, and unless he can get out. And I'm gonna. Do I have to use a bonus action to use the flying ability or not?
If you didn't have your wings out, you would need the bonus action to spread them
Okay,
out.
I'm just gonna run over here, and can I use a bonus action for a potion of healing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use a potion of healing then.
Bonus action to heal yourself, and action to give it to someone else.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, if you're using the standard.
Yes, 10. Let's go.
Nice. Fauna, knowing that people aren't around, will use a more destructive spell. It won't kill her, but it will hurt her.
I couldn't see it, so most of my spells didn't work.
That makes sense. Immediately where Fauna points, roots begin to grow, and then more roots, and then almost an entire wave of rooting branches begin to decimate the area. As soon as that happens, Grok will have to make a dex save, but it won't be impossible to die, as roots are more or less trying to pin anything down within this general line. But normally this is roots. These are basically tree trunks that are doing this. Fauna will be taking some damage. That is 3d10. That is 16. And the dragon will have to make a dexterity saving throw. Plus 8. Passes, unfortunately. But I'm going to say it deals half of the damage at the very least. 16, that is 8. And it's able to move its way out. But as it does so, it becomes visible, no longer hiding. Because at that point,
Very nice.
it needs to be. And Nikolai, you were so close.
I was so close.
Right there.
No!
Yeah, when I said move it down.
Hey,
So would my spell go off?
Okay,
it would.
a little bit of a meta game. That's okay. Like I
Yeah.
So very close.
I don't know. I just how would I have known that? Like that's your call. Like I placed it where I thought it was. So
Yeah, I get it. Con 16 has a plus 9. 15, that is not enough.
I'll-
Sunbeam just burns into the sky.
Wait, who's cast Sunbeam?
Oh,
I
Ada had
did.
it prepared.
Oh.
Mhm.
You cast it like you held it?
I held the action.
Oh, nice.
Yes, half. Okay, and it's currently blinded. Any attacks it does have disadvantage. That's fun for me. But yeah, currently blinded until Ada's turn starts up again. I'm gonna say until Fauna's turn starts again, because technically it was a held action. It was on Fauna's turn.
Mhm.
So it checks out.
Okay.
That is Fauna's turn, unfortunately for her. Opal, she just takes out a few bombs, throws it at the thing. Dexterity save of 15. Nope, even with its bonus, not enough. She throws 3 bombs. That's 3d6. Plus 2, total of 12, 14, 16, 18. She just gets out of the way. You got this. Vol not wanting to get close. Yeah, okay. She first takes a potion, recuperating some of her damage. Plus 2. Looking towards the thing, yeah, she's gonna cast Moonbeam. Long range, let's go. Another con. I'll make it take half. That is 2d10. Yep. Okay. Unfortunate, but true. Dust.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Ada, your spell was Sunbeam, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Roll damage again.
Oh. Was it 2d10? I think it was. Yeah. 68. My bad.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll just do 5 there. And one more.
34.
34. Jinx.
I owe no one a soda. Dust, go ahead. This thing looks heavily bloodied, bleeding. It's not gonna, KO in one hit, but it's definitely taking damage.
Okay. Using my bonus action, I'm going to activate the. I'm going to bring out my chakra, and it's going to be just literally. It's just going to be really frosty. Just.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to activate with my bonus action the.
Remember that it does have disadvantage on wisdom saves.
Oh yes.
Just reminding.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Why I'm glad most of the time it had to be con saves.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking properly when I said that. But I'm going to be activating the holy weapon charm. It's on my chakram.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to throw it twice at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna re-roll that natural 1 with a lucky.
Yeah. Both of those hit.
Okay. And I'm going. Oh, I can't shatter it because it takes a bonus action to shatter. So that is. Okay, that is 23 cold damage plus 48 radiant damage.
Why 48?
4d8. I activated the holy weapon,
Oh, got it.
and so that would be 22 radiant damage between the two attacks.
Okay, cool. While it is not sensitive to radiant damage, aka it's sensitive to sunlight, it still takes the full brunt attack.
How does it?
And
Okay.
It does not look good.
Okay.
wait, I also forgot damage from Hex. Just gotta see. It's okay. No, I was just looking to see if there was a difference. So for Hex, for Hex is for attacker 2. Man, it's been forever since I've used these spells.
From what I remember, it's just 1, but look it up. I want to give you as much damage as
it's
possible.
2.
Okay, cool.
It's 2. Let me roll it again. For 9 necrotic damage.
You do so. Dust, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, I'll explain why I laughed a little bit later. On its turn, it will try to recharge its breath weapon. Recharge on 5 and 6. 6.
No. Isn't it at the end of its turn?
At the beginning of its turn.
turn.
It's the start of its turn. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know rules-wise, but I've always seen people do it at the start of the turn.
I think most dragons are at the start of their turn. I'll look it up.
Dragon breath recharge.
Monster actions. Recharge. Oh. It says recharge on 5 or 6. But I don't know what it says. Okay.
For example. I guess up to DM's discretion because it doesn't tell me.
Interesting.
I've already rolled.
Okay. It recharged. It looked like it did. So
Recharged, yeah. Who can it technically hit?
it can hit Vol. It can hit Grok and Fauna, and Whisper. Or is it 15 feet?
No, it's further than that. I'm just
Oh.
checking what it can technically hit. It's gonna
I've dealt
fly.
quite a bit of damage to it.
Yeah, you have. It's gonna fly
Sounds
a little
like-
bit in the air.
Oh no.
Not enough to give Grok an attack opportunity, but enough that it can hover
Is it-
over him.
Is it stuck with the vines or did it get out of the vines?
It passed its save.
Oh, okay.
And it can now hit just about everyone if it moves one more square.
Oh, Grok's flying underneath.
Yeah, Grok will be fine. But Fauna, Whisper, and Ada.
Oh.
No, not Vol. You
Oh.
are fine based off of how
Yes.
this cone will have to be.
Oh man, I should
Wait,
have.
that's a huge cone.
That is a huge cone.
Technically, the cone is like this. Or if I want Fauna in it, other way around. So I have to choose
Oh,
three.
You have to
Okay.
pick.
I'm gonna say Vol, Whisper, and Ada must make saves.
Oh no.
It's dexterity, right?
It is dexterity.
Okay. Frick. No.
Yeah. DC to beat is 18, and no one passed it this time.
Oh,
my
this
God.
is bad.
So that is 16d6 points of damage. And I have already given you the warning.
Yeah, I.
Ugh. Oh, I got away. I was trying to get away.
I
Okay.
should have went for the player.
Oh,
We got 3 people dead, 4 people dead.
Oh my god.
dead?
Whisper used her not cunning action, but her ability to reduce damage last turn. Even if she uses it this turn again, it is not enough to save her from going down to 0. Vol doesn't have that ability, so she is down to 0 as well. And Ada's at -11. All 3 just immediately hit the ground, and then their shadows begin to rise up as undead shadows are now underneath this thing's control.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, fun.
Fun.
I'll have the shadows go on its turn to make it simple for me. But right now, Ada, Vol, and Whisper are actively, right now, considered dead.
Oh boy.
Which isn't good. That's the dragon's turn. And it's gonna land over here.
Okay.
Bonus action. Going into hiding again. Plus modifier, you need a 24 to beat it.
It landed right there?
I moved it, air quotes, landed it Basically, it did the stealth thing again. It could or could not still be there. You don't know. Shadow's turns. One's gonna go towards Nikolai, one's gonna go towards Opal, and one's gonna go towards Fauna.
Can Nikolai
Wait.
see where it's at because he has his devil vision?
Oh yeah, no, he would be.
Or can I not see it very well?
To tell you the truth, it isn't like invisible. It's just very stealthy. It
Okay.
used the hide action as a bonus action.
Okay. I guess I have devil sight.
You
but I
just
don't know
need
what that
a
means.
perception check to find it.
Well, my perception doesn't go that high.
You'll have to roll. Or take disadvantage on attacks. Or do the whole area effect thing again. Anyways,
yeah.
Shadow's attack. That hits Fauna. Oh, I should probably just show you the bonus. Instead of just... It's only a +5, so it's fine.
Wait, did you roll to hit me?
I'm about to. That's a 9.
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
hit you. And Opal... That's a 12. Doesn't hit her. That's all the Shade's turns. Whisperer's currently not okay. And Ada, you are enraptured in shadow. You hit the ground and immediately you feel your consciousness slip away. As it slips away, you regain yourself back up again. You're not where you're supposed to be. You are in an area that is full of darkness, full of discontent, and full of shadow with no color. You look around and there is a city. There is an entire city full of no one and nothing. As when you look at their faces, they have no image about them. They are just moving in their livelihoods, but no true livelihoods behind them. Just nothing. Is there something you do?
God, just out of game, I can't unhear the Stranger Things theme song just playing. I know none of you are gonna get the joke. Go watch it. So Ada's in basically a dark shadow realm.
You, out of game, are in the Shadowfell,
Oh, frick.
which is a place between life and death, where
It-
souls that still had actions to take in life generally go.
Ada's gonna call out everyone's names, like, just yelling out, Nikolai, Dust! Frick,
An older
Just-
man, roughly maybe 86 years old, gnome heads towards you. Gray beard. The only colors visible are black and white, and the last remaining color on them is a veteran's badge with purple and red. They look towards you and they do state, "First time? I'm afraid your friends are likely not here."
What is here? Just
Place
looking
between.
around.
A place souls go when they still try to wander, until the area itself drives all life from it. You look around and you do see bits of coloration here and there, but so small and so scant that it is hard to see. You look at yourself and you are the most colorful thing here, which is why he said first time, as you still hold color. You still hold the whites, the blues in your hair, the whites in your robes, and the gold filigree on your jewelry. The old gnome looks towards you and he does state, "Right, well, you still have a purpose on the other side? Still trying to fight? It's alright if you don't. It's even alright if you decide to let it go."
So you're saying I could either give up or try to get back?
Yeah.
And if I give up, I'm just stuck here, right?
Until your soul is collected by the force that you may or may not have worshipped in your life. Or until your soul pays penance for potential life you led. But if you do plan to go back, I guess I can do a good thing. Still have some coloration on me. I can take you to where the revenants are and to meet the Raven Queen.
Alright. Ada's heard that name before, hasn't she?
You have.
Or I mentioned it. Okay. Alright, Ada's gonna look at Dwarfrin.
No,
You're
just
not
old
gnome. Sorry.
It's all good.
They're both. This is gonna sound so wrong, but they're both short creatures. They're both.
I got it. I did say he had a beard. You look towards the person.
You're not gonna stab me in the back or anything, are you?
No, I'm not evil. Still have some humanity in me, at least for now.
All right, I'll follow you then.
All right, let's go visit the Raven Queen, and that is your turn.
Okay.
Grok on his turn.
Grok, move down. Where did the dragon go?
Don't know. Went into the shadows. Hopefully everyone's okay. I can't see anything in my current viewpoint.
I'm trying. I wanted to cast a big spell. I don't want you to be in it.
All right. I am not a long distance fighter. He's gonna take one of his javelins and just throw it at the thing. Disadvantage because can't see it. Ironically enough, he hits with disadvantage.
Wow.
I would think that he would attack with his sword first before he moved down.
That's fair. Doesn't hit. But he hit with a
Why
javelin.
didn't you just use those rolls?
Cause dogma.
No, because you told him to move, so I moved him.
Okay.
Well, I've tried. You know what?
Okay.
Nikolai, it's up to you.
Oh, yay. Thanks for the confidence. Okay. I really hope this isn't close to fauna. Or like it is not in that general area. Honestly,
Well, you can see fauna.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if it would move. I don't think it moved up. It was here when it disappeared. It was here when it disappeared.
Yes.
So okay. So what is this size? It is a wall. Okay. We're gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1. Wait, does it have to be? Does it have to be? If a wall appears, does it have to be a straight line?
In the description, does it say straight line, curved, or other?
It says create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You make a wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, or ringed up to 20 feet in diameter.
Yes. So yes, unless you make it ringed.
Okay, so I guess I'll make it ringed. So that 20. That's not 20. Is this a little bit? It's big. That's 20. So we're gonna go like. Wait, that's not 20. Is that 20? Oh, diameter. Wait, is that say diameter?
Yeah, that's like 20 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
Not radius.
So that's diameter. So it is. So I'm trying to see if I can get it in there. It needs to make. If it's in that area, it needs to make a dex save.
Thankfully enough, it is. Ba, 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 ba.
Yes. Okay. You want me to roll a d20 or do you want to roll a d20?
You don't have to.
Oh, I need to roll a d20 because it failed.
You don't have to, but you can roll it if you want it.
20. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so now it takes roll a d8. It got an 8. Oh my gosh, let's go.
So
So
the 8
and
is
then roll a d10. It's a 1.
plus 8.
So it is the creature. Oh my
9.
gosh.
So it takes on the effects of both 8 and 9.
So 8 and 9. The creature is pushed 30 feet away from the wall and knocked prone, and it takes 10d6 thunder damage.
Yeah. You shoot it into the air with the amount of force the first initial strike hits. And while it's in the sky, an electric bolt just burns it into the ground, hitting the wall again. It was at 1 HP. Burying it into the ground.
I want to see how much damage I do to it. We need to get. Oh, did I roll? Oh, I just rolled 1d6. I need to add 10 to that. A d6. Or add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Yeah, that's a good amount of damage. It's 41 thunder damage.
It definitely dies without too much of an issue or recourse.
Oh, right. I rolled d10s instead of d6s. My bad.
Without the creature
Whatever.
Controlling them, the shadows begin to dissipate and fade away.
And then I rush over. I'm gonna rush. Since that was my action, I'm gonna rush over to Ada, and then kind of like grab her by the back of the head and see if I can see how she's doing.
She's
Yeah,
not
I'd be
breathing.
rushed too.
Her skin is already grayed. Rigor mortis hasn't set in, but is setting in.
Fauna, what? I don't know. Do you know anything that can help her? What?
Maybe true resurrection?
Crap. And I'm looking at Whisper and Vol, and it's the same scenario, right?
Same scenario.
Crap.
Or maybe resurrection. I know Ada sometimes uses a diamond to revivify people.
I have a diamond. Do you want it?
We have the gemstones that you need.
Do any of you
But
have revivify?
No.
No.
There is one person that does, but he only has one of them. I have one use, but that's all I can use it on.
If we
Is Grok.
revive, we can choose to revive Vol or Whisper, or sorry, excuse me, Vol or Ada, and then they would be able to revive the other two. But I don't know if they would be able to revive them right away.
It revives them, but they have to take a rest for them to be fully active again. And by that time, Revivify will not work on them.
I know. That means we'd have to
I
use.
do have a potion. I do have a potion that will speed up a rest.
But the point is that we need to. If it's past the time of right now, we have to get it fast. Do your spell on Vol right now, because we don't have much time.
I was about to say, unfortunately, as a citizen of this kingdom, that's what I have to do. I'm just glad someone else said it, so thank you. He does give his potion to Vol. And she breathes again. Also a good choice on, picking the princess.
Oh, yeah.
Revived, she doesn't regain consciousness, but she regains enough strength that she is breathing once more.
And then I'm gonna go into my bag, and then I give her. I'm gonna give her Greater Potion of Healing.
You can do that if you want, but you can just roll a medicine check and stabilize her. You're not in any immediate danger. You
I just have a
murdered
regular.
the immediate
I have a
danger.
regular potion. I'll just give her a regular potion because I have plenty of those.
Like that is fine, but she still needs to rest from recovering.
Yeah. I just won't want her to be like injured.
That makes
so.
sense. +2, that is 6. Okay. She is stable without a check, and she is going to recover. She's going to take time, which is unfortunate, because Whisper and Ada don't have that kind of time. And I want Dust and Nikolai to go ahead and roll one final perception check for tonight. I'll give you advantage since right now you're hyperactively aware of your surroundings.
I have a bad feeling.
Oh,
about
I am so glad
already.
that I have advantage.
Oh my
Oh my
Okay,
no!
I am going to use.
Whoa!
Oh no!
I'm going to use my last
At least roll
use
one.
of luck.
Don't use it. Don't
It's
use
roll
it.
one.
Just let it happen, Dust. Just let it happen.
No, I'm going to use.
The dice, they don't want you. They don't. It's gonna be.
Like no.
It would have been funnier, but this makes a lot more sense. DC to beat was 15, by the way, so you just beat it.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
You do hear a voice in the wind. It is not a pleasant one, but it is a voice within your own surroundings. You just faced death and you survived. Most of you survived, but there's still death around you. You're able to revive Vol, and she is breathing once more. And in the state of near death, died, and now revived, she does say something to you that you are barely able to hear. At the very breath that she takes, she does state, she walks within the wing of the shadows. And thus, based off of everything you've looked up, things that you have discerned, this type of an analogy with death often results with the Raven Queen. The individual that garners death. Whatever Ada is up to, whatever Whisper might be up to, there is a chance they come back. But right now, sorry, Ada, the most important person to the kingdom has been revived.
No, I'm not mad about that. I literally said in chat, yo, just revive.
I know.
Oh,
But I gotta apologize.
I feel like the option is like, hey, Grok had like a duty and like I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because he would have fought me against it, and
Yeah.
we didn't have the time to fight over it. Because if we would have fought over it, it wouldn't have worked.
But your closest allies, the strongest of friends, still has a chance to come back. We'll just see if they take it next time as we end the session for today.
yeah, it would be sad if it doesn't come back.